What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Pops and the Henry Brothers podcast. We are your hosts. I'm Trav. This is Pep. This is Pops.
The forefather.
And y'all know what time it is, man. In a real way. Let's go.
In a real way.
In other words, it's getting late. Do you know where your children are?
What in the world?
And y'all know the routine, man. We're just waiting on everybody to come in.
What in the world?
And like,
You remember
share,
that back in the day? Like, come on.
like, share, and subscribe the show, please.
I mean,
and
yeah, kinda.
you know what I mean? And just do your thing.
Maybe, you remember that used to come on, don't you? Yeah,
What?
12 o'clock. You know where your
I
children
was trying to talk to the people, but you distracted.
Oh, guys, I'm sorry.
Pops on one already. He tripping.
You better know it, dog.
Man.
I was finna say something, but I forgot now.
See, it probably was.
Pops messed me all up. I had it in my head.
Well, that's a legitimate question. Do you know where your children are?
Yeah, that's right. I mean,
Well,
don't get mad at me, y'all. I'm just playing.
For those watching,
Pimp's play.
it's time to get some music going as we get into some conversations.
Something I was really finna say though.
We got some interesting topics going on. Post-draft show. We're going to do some follow-up on the drafts.
This man was talking to me while I was doing the hosting of the freaking.
I know. Following up on some of the players that got drafted
Hey, son. I love you, man.
and so on and so forth. Let's get into it.
It was something important too.
I'm
It's
sorry,
gonna
man.
come back to me. I just can't remember what I was.
I'm
gonna say.
sorry, dude. I'm sorry, dude.
Damn.
You all right, Trap?
Yeah.
You gonna recover?
That's all I had. I was trying
You
to.
gonna be alright, man?
It was something I really wanted to say, but never mind. Yeah, come back.
Okay.
Y'all listen to the smooth sound of Pop and the Henry Brothers.
Well, y'all know the. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I was gonna say I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's feeling at least okay about their teams, about their draft picks. You know, all we can do is sit back and watch. We're not in control, right? So we gotta see what our teams do, what we don't do. There's players that we wish they would draft, they didn't, and there's players that we didn't want to draft that they did. So that's all we can do. Go ahead, Trap.
Oh no. I was just.
Well, I'm feeling like Tony the Tiger. I'm feeling great.
I was just saying, man. Y'all know the routine, man. We just waiting on folks to come in, and like I said, like, share, and subscribe the show, and we finna get into this.
So if you look in the comment section, we have our disclaimer up top, and then we have the second comment is the link that you can click or press, however you want to say that, to actually join the show by video. And we welcome anyone at any time just to join the panel and to sharing what the topics are, to debate, talk a little smack, all the above. And then the third comment, which is the comment that's also on the bottom left portion of the screen, is our YouTube moniker, our YouTube tag, however you want to call it. And you can look us up on YouTube. Please like, share, follow, and subscribe. Otherwise, hopefully everybody's doing good. When we do get some people in, I would like to know how everybody feels about their draft picks so far, how their team's looking. We got about 5-6 topics to talk about, and we're also going to look at our 3-team schedules and how we feel about matchups and how we think we're going to fare against teams and so on and so forth. All that stuff is up and coming on this particular episode of the Pops and Henry Brothers podcast. In the meanwhile, we all about just giving it to you straight, no chaser. And so Pops wanted me to download this beauty right here. And And basically, what it is how we like to see ourselves as podcasters. And then some people can take it, some people they can't. We also have cues backstage. When somebody wants to join us backstage, we can see when they're waiting to join. And right now we have the one, the only. Sometimes he makes sense, sometimes he don't. Ron, give him a hand clap. I'm just joking, Ron. Don't be shaking your head, man.
Too late.
Too late.
What's going on, Ron? Welcome to the show.
So this is what happens on this show right here. Check this out.
What's up, Ron? What's up?
What's up?
Let us know, Ron. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah.
Good.
Is the music mix good?
Turn it down a little bit.
Just a little bit? Okay.
We can hear you good too, bro.
Like far as the
Okay,
mics,
you're real good.
The mic sound pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's that? Is that better on the
It
music?
sound like you.
Yeah.
We
Okay.
loud.
I know it don't sound like we
Good.
we loud, but I guess
there you go. The cat. Why would you do that?
you did not see the cat go by the stage.
The cat said, "Forget all that. I'm getting
Yeah.
my cameo in."
You said in my time to shine.
Freaking cats, man.
I don't know if it's like he or she. Which one was that? He or she?
It's all of them he's.
He walked up and stopped and turned and looked at the camera
They
and
can't
looked at
see
us.
me.
Be getting on my nerves, man.
They can't see me.
People like, in my time.
They all technically my son's cats, but
The cat got brave. Said, "I'm gonna get in my time right now."
He got up and said, "Y'all, they can't see."
I think he had a sense that I'm tied up right now and that I can't really get him like I want to get him.
I think he's just being nosy trying to
But-
figure out what we do.
But this is courtesy of Pops. Pops wanted us to do this, so I'm just saying it's.
Man, I might not know what they talking about now.
Oh, you know, because you said make sure you put it on my reel in your old school voice.
yeah.
Make sure you put it on my reel. That's what you said.
Just wanted to put it on.
This is what we do on Pops.
Did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question. You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Why are we playing that? I don't know.
Hey, Pops want to be.
That's so funny in the end. I like that.
So the reason I brought it up is because that's what we do on
Hey.
the podcast. So, hey, the truth is a hard thing
It
sometimes,
is. From Babe's mouth.
and sometimes topics and things we talk about can be subjective,
That's right.
can be opinion, but sometimes the truth is the truth and it hurts.
You sound like another podcast I know. We speak nothing but the truth, and we don't tell nothing but truth, and we don't never lie. And you want truth, you got to come here and nowhere else.
What that podcast said, Travis?
And you know who I'm talking about, Ron.
Yeah.
What's the name of the podcast?
It's a Falcon.
Don't say it.
podcast.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. No, don't do it. Don't do
No,
it.
it's a Falcon podcast.
Okay.
You know Cowboys will be doing stuff like that.
Yeah, y'all do.
Don't even get me started. The Cowboys don't even live in this reality. The Cowboys live on another plane. You know how in the DC and Marvel they got multiverses? I'm still yet trying to figure out which multiverse the Cowboys live in. And all of them, I think, live in a different multiverse.
That's hard. That's hard,
Just
man.
crazy, man.
Y'all, he mad because we got his best receivers.
Trust me, bro.
Oh, I do
Take
trust
'em.
you. No,
Take them. Speaking of that,
So I hope you're ready for what's to come.
I'm
Man.
ready. I'm ready.
Speaking of that, now that we're,
Michael Irvin.
Brandon Howard, what's going on, Pops and Henry Brothers?
Earl.
Acknowledge me, Rams all day. What's up, Brandon?
What's going on, brother?
Don't pat yourself on the back, Ryan. What you got to pat yourself on the back for?
Because I told you he was a diva.
I knew that already.
So give me my props.
Why am I going to give you your props when I agree with you? See, this is what I mean. Sometimes Ryan will be like, okay, Ryan, you know what? You own it. And then sometimes I'll be like, Ryan?
Run.
What are we doing here?
Ron, he thinks he's too good for us.
Oh my gosh. But anyway, I didn't disagree with that. The only thing I said was all the great receivers have diva in them. It just depends on, it's to varying degrees. It's my opinion anyway.
We have had the best ones like
But
that.
he's on the extreme part of the
No
spectrum.
more
in
than
that respect.
Turl, no more than Dez Brown. No.
And
Y'all been
No more
having
than
a
them.
lot of them.
Hey, we
yeah.
love it.
And I'll go. Matter of fact, I'll go ahead and play this clip.
We love it.
And then if we have some more people join a little bit, I'll play it again.
We love it.
But this is basically our GM, the Pittsburgh Steelers GM, Omar Khan, talking about this the George Pickens trade. So I might as well go ahead and play it. Y'all good with that?
No.
Yeah.
Them as in the ones on the panel and beside me. But yeah, I'm gonna play this real quick
I
because
love this. This is what we want. 2 number ones. I love this. It's my
he will never live it
party, I
down.
can laugh about
So let's see what Omar Khan had to say about
You
it.
got it coming up faster, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
I see that.
Let me see. Let me
Good job. Good
check
work.
check out what Omar Khan. So, and you know we raw, right? So we go ahead and tell everybody like it is most of the time. So since we hadn't done podcasts a while, sometimes my laptop that we use needs to be updated. And for the gaming system that I use to screen record to set up my videos and clip them up and stuff, the drivers have to be updated every so often. And like the last time we tried to do this for the draft, I didn't realize that. But this time I did. Your boy's on it now. But check this out. Omar Khan, the GM for the Pittsburgh Steelers. In so many words, he's saying what really we know what needs to be said, but he was really politically correct about it.
How about you let him talk?
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry. Here we go. Sorry, man.
That's what the video is for, bro.
All right.
Yeah.
Back to the stage.
Shoot.
My bad. My bad.
I guess he didn't got nothing to say.
He does. It's just a gap in it.
The truth, you can't handle the truth. I hear crickets.
Me too.
There's a gap in it so that I could distinguish between my videos, and this gap was a little longer than the other one. So it's okay. Bear with us. Traffic outside. I don't want to get too far ahead of it either, though.
Just play it from there. It's fine.
All right. All right. Should play it a second.
Maybe it don't want to be played.
Oh,
Well,
it wants to be played.
That's what lives is.
Gotcha is trying to play
Week
from the
and
rear.
trade
It's-
sort of happened quickly. You know, we had some people inquire during the draft. Nothing that really made sense, and Cowboys reached out. I don't really remember what day it was, but earlier this week, and you know, they gave us they proposed something that for us to think about, and you know, we had conversations internally. You know, I also had some conversations with George's agent, Dave, who I have a good relationship with. And, you know, we discussed where things, I guess, have been with George, where they are, and, you know, where things could go with George. And, you know, this trade made sense for everyone. We just felt that a fresh start for both sides was the right thing.
So we know what he's saying. Travis, you want to elaborate
He said a lot within that.
within that little short clip?
Basically saying, our headache is not your headache.
That's pretty much what
he said,
Fresh start. I mean, that's basically what he said.
he said. What George was and where we felt like he was
He
going.
said it in a nice way, Pops. That's basically what it was.
Pops don't like. All right, Pops. So your response? Pops is like,
My response,
yes, sir.
I'm not listening to Mr. Clean. Mr. Clean got to say.
Hey, the man is clean though.
No, he got a bald head like Mr. Clean. That's the only thing clean about it.
Listen, before
Wait a
we,
minute, now you gave me my time. Let me say something.
I want to
But
welcome
you just told me to say something.
no my friends in the I just want to say hey to him real quick.
Hey, friends. But now let me do it.
Mitch back. What's going on, Mitch? Pops is on one.
What's up, Mitch?
Welcome to the
What's
show.
up, Mitch,
It's my DJ friend, man. I've known him for a while.
Mitch, I don't know if you've been on here before.
He has.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Just say if you haven't, like, share, subscribe.
But as I was saying,
He said, "What's up?"
what's up, my man? Pop don't say this, man. You might agree with me, you might not, but I'm gonna say it high. That was Mr. Clean. You know that old clean detergent, the man with the bald head? That was Mr. Clean. And I'm gonna say it again. You know when you take something from somebody and they don't want you to have it, when you take it, you leave them sour.
Take it.
Wait a minute now. You take it, and when you leave and don't tuck it from them, you leave them sour.
Pause.
Pause.
I'm old school. Guys,
Double pause.
but y'all let me talk. Guys,
Leave them
oh
sour.
my God. Listen, I'm old school. The heck with all that old.
When you take
pause,
it
pause.
Well, you wait, but
But y'all let me finish.
sorry, but
Let him fin. Let him fin. Let him
you
fin.
did
Let him.
say when you take it and leave them sour.
Yeah, let me finish.
That was too good. We had to pause on that.
Go ahead, Pops. Go ahead.
Okay, go ahead.
Pops is not like this pause stuff.
Their minds in the gum. And that's why they thinking
Bro,
like
you
that.
said take it and leave them sour.
Yeah, but It was a figure of speech.
Is that what you said?
You could be. I could have been talking about on the school.
Finish,
time.
Pops. Finish it. Finish your
What I'm
exercise.
saying is this: if you beat somebody out in something they wanted, and you beat them out, pause. God dang it! And if you beat them out, you beat them out.
It's getting worse.
If you beat them out, you leave them sour.
Change the terminology
I
up.
ain't finished. I ain't changed. You know what?
You keep
I'm
saying
gonna be
sour. Stop saying that.
I'm gonna be hardcore. Heck with all that. When you beat somebody and they wanted something, but you take it from them, you leave them sour. You know what I mean by sour? They don't say nothing good about the situation. It's all bad. But you know what I love about this thing, guys? Y'all do and say what you want, but when we get on the field, that very crashing guy y'all talking about, he gonna be crashing somewhere in your neighborhood. And he gonna be taking the balls and snatching the balls and going down the field and touchdowns. So go ahead. Say what you want to
Like
say.
Patrick say, Crash Bandicoot. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, well, guys,
Mr. Crash Test Dummy himself.
Cowboys are the place where people go to crash. And we always smooth them out.
This-
Dez Bryant. Look at me. Come on. I can name 5 on right off the hand. These Devils, like Ron said, Devils, Cowboys the best.
Let me
When
get
they
this.
come to
Let
the
me get this.
Cowboys, they smooth out. They smooth out.
Well, this is the first comment that I'm.
Greg Hardy, you name it. Randy Gregory. I can go all day long with guys that like to crash out.
This is the first comment I'm itching to read. Your endeared person that's like a son to you, Brandon Howard.
What's up, Brandon? That's my boy right
He
there.
says, and we supposed to believe Brian Shaddy supposed to maintain this in Dallas? Question mark. Get your popcorn ready, everyone. Dallas Glaze Fest has began.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that, Brandon. Everything
You agree?
said, I agree. Yeah. Get your popcorn ready.
Does he know?
Do we know? Hey, do we know where that saying came from? Do you know where that came from?
Do you know what Glaze Fest means?
I ain't worried about all that. Turl on.
You need to, Pops.
You marking Turl on. He's the one that started that popcorn thing. And who was he playing with at the time? Dallas Cowboys.
Travis, help your dad over there, man.
I think you got it. Let him have
I did get. But all that.
Oh, my
Glaze
gosh.
stuff, all that Glaze stuff, I muted it.
So my buddy Mitch says, did the Steelers get Aaron Rodgers yet? Playing Jets in the first week, his old team. I did notice that the very first 2 weeks that we're playing, and we're pulling up. We got the schedules ready now, and I don't know if we want to segue into them yet or not. But heck, we might as well. What you think?
Aaron Rodgers got him on hold.
The very first 2 games that we're playing, Mitch, we have the very first 2 teams we're playing in the schedule. We're playing teams that we've required, either acquired or can possibly acquire major players from. The second week we play the Seahawks, and as we know, we made a trade for DK Metcalf in the offseason.
Oh, we're gonna talk about it. You need to pull the schedule,
Yeah,
bro.
and so I think it's pretty cool that and the way that it works out, that those 2 games are going to be some of
talking about it.
the some of the first that we
Pencil it.
get to
Mark this up.
that we get to look at. So Mitch, we hadn't got him yet as far as Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is still kind of holding out. I think he's going to play, and I think he'll probably end up signing with us. It's just the way that he's going about. I think he's trying to strategize to get the most money he can, and he wants to make sure that everything is set up the best for him in his situation. I've also heard that a lot of the veteran quarterbacks who are older later on in their career, they don't want a lot of primetime games.
And basically what you're saying, Mitch, is why is Aaron Rodgers still holding the Steelers ransom? Basically.
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying.
Answer that.
Hostage, holding them hostage, not ransom.
No, ransom.
Ransom is the actual package of the money itself.
Ransom.
You're holding somebody hostage for a ransom.
No, ransom is what I was saying.
Anyway, semantics. But let's go ahead and get into the schedule. So we have actually pulled up.
You don't give him that right money, he ain't coming. So
Yeah, we've
it's
actually
not
pulled
ransom.
up all 3 of our schedules, our team schedules, and we'd like to hear about y'all schedules too. All right, so the first one is Cowboys schedule. We're gonna lay this out. I'm sorry, Steelers schedule. Cowboys is
Well,
gonna be
you
last.
all over the place. What is wrong with you?
2025 Steelers schedule. As you see, Mitch, the very first game we got is against the Jets, and if we were to acquire Aaron Rodgers, that would be a pretty interesting first week. It would be like a revenge tour for Aaron Rodgers,
We're
man.
gonna put it up so we can.
Yeah, it would be a first. How do I say that? it's the first time in his career that he's been a free agent without being signed to a team or going directly to another team in the offseason.
Oh, you scrolling up and down on that?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, in my opinion, I think it'll be almost like a revenge tour for Aaron Rodgers. We got Seahawks the second game, and of course we got DK Metcalf from the Seahawks. So DK going back to prove to Geno Smith and the rest of the Seahawks that they made a mistake by trading him. We got the Patriots the third game, and who we think is going to start with the Patriots quarterback wise?
Drake May is the
Drake May. And then they got the other quarterback, what's that guy's
Ron,
name?
trying to say something to you.
It's Drake May.
Oh, okay.
You do know Gino don't play for them no more, right?
I thought Geno was still with the Seahawks.
Where you been at, man?
Geno's with the Raiders.
He was the Raiders.
Okay.
Where
My
you
bad.
been
My bad. I didn't get. That's my bad.
Come on, bro.
I
Whatever.
told you, Pops, the light skin still got to him. I told you. I told you.
You're just jealous that I'm brown sugar. That's all.
Don't make me choke over here.
No answer that, Ryan. Don't
Answer it, Ron. Answer it.
Y'all two get a room.
Listen, no, man. Pops.
Pop,
Huh?
I told you not to answer to that.
Everything you do gonna fail. Hey, Ron, everything he do gonna fail. That's a negative. But here's the schedule. Fourth week we got the Vikings, and it's starting to get a little tough.
JJ McCarthy is the quarterback for the Vikings.
Yep, for the Vikings.
Y'all got to deal with it.
And then we got by the fifth week, then we got the Browns the sixth week, and by that time, I'm wondering if Flacco's still gonna be starting or is it gonna be Shador? I guess we'll see. That's
Shador
not.
probably start by week 6.
It's possible.
I'm pretty sure.
Unless Flacco's streak lasts longer.
Team full of backups.
Yeah.
Shador.
Week 7, a healthy Joe Burrow. That'll be tough. Tough little stretch right there. And then we got Green Bay week 8. Yep. And then
Speaking of Joe Burrow, do you want to talk about what you said about Joe Burrow earlier? You want to talk about it?
let's get
Ain't we on the middle of something right now?
we on the Bengals, Joe Burrow. Something you want to talk about it?
Ain't nothing I want to talk about, but I'm with it, whatever you want to talk about.
Well, he was basically saying Joe Burrow is not all that. He's not
I don't think he is.
elite.
I think he's overhyped.
this dude went to the Super Bowl his rookie year, Pops.
Look, I'm not talking about what he hadn't done. He earned all
I
that.
think it was his second year, wasn't it?
It was sucky year. It's sucky year.
Was it? I thought it was his rookie year.
No,
Did he
no.
get-
No, he got hurt his
He
second
got
year.
hurt.
Yeah.
I thought he got hurt his rookie year.
No, he got hurt his.
I can't remember. All I know is I think his second year.
No, he went to the Super Bowl his rookie year. He would have been the only rookie to win it.
Well, what have you done since?
And then he got hurt his second year.
What have you done
I don't know
since?
for
What
sure.
have you done since?
And I could have him backwards, but I'm pretty
What?
sure he won his rookie year.
What have you done since?
Because he had a terrible offensive line and he got sacked in most of the league that year and still went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Hey, Ron, what have you done since?
because this guy was on a tear.
he almost.
Almost don't count.
Wait a minute.
Unless you're playing horseshoe.
Wait a minute, Pop. You asked me, so let me ask.
Go ahead, get him, Ryan, get him.
I wouldn't really want to
He
answer. I was
almost
playing.
did
Why'd he ask him?
playoff last year, Pop.
Almost.
Yeah, he did the same thing Dak did.
Right.
Almost.
So,
Because he had almost.
well, I tell you. Keep on, Pop. Oh,
Well, I guess we can move on from that subject because that didn't pan out too good for Pops.
No, I'll say it again. I think it's overhyped.
But do you think Joe Burrow is overhyped, Ron?
overhyped.
That's what he said.
He ain't as good as everybody's saying he is.
Listen,
Wait.
Ron, would you not agree that
And he said nobody.
Four-
He said nobody would take Joe
that
Burrow
three
over.
or 4 out of the 5 games they lost last year that were playoff deciding games were decided by less than 5 points, and it come down to the listen. And then there was 2 games, Ron, am I right, where it was questionable calls at the end that should have went Cincinnati's way.
This is important.
But-
He said nobody will take Joe Burrow over certain quarterbacks, even over
But-
Dak, right?
Well, let Ron finish.
I got to say this. What he did
Let him
his
say.
rookie year,
I'm asking. That's what I was asking.
what he did his rookie year, that offensive line was terrible, and he took them to the Super Bowl,
He had the most sacks in the league there.
and
And he got sacked what 7 times in one game and still won it.
Yeah, against
Yeah.
Tennessee.
Yeah,
But he got a lot of good
Twice
calls.
back to back.
that shows his toughness too.
The NFL
Yeah.
protected him. They gave him a lot of good calls.
Wait
I
a
remember
minute. Wait a minute. Then,
What?
besides
that.
the
NFL gave him a lot of good calls.
pass rusher,
Bro.
they don't want to be there no more. Who else on that defense?
Right.
Yeah, they had to revamp because they lost a lot.
Yep.
Well,
So
they lost a lot of players on that
You
defense.
do?
I agree.
So, I would take Joe Burrow in a heartbeat.
Let me ask you this: would you take Joe Burrow over Dak Prescott, Dakota?
If we really going to talk about
No,
this,
I'm just asking. It's a question.
Oof.
That's your answer, pops.
That's his answer. That's his answer. Not
That's what I'm saying. That's your answer that you get, Phil.
What I told him was this. I want y'all to think about what I'm saying. If you spend to start a franchise team right now, you had a chance to pick any quarterback in the league, I bet you wouldn't pick Joe Burrow over the other. That's what I said. Now, tell me I'm lying.
It depends on who was in the conversation.
No, I said any quarterback. I said. You ain't listening, bro.
Of course, if
No,
Lamar
no,
Jackson or
guys.
Patrick Mahomes, one of those.
Actually, some people would choose Joe Burrow over Lamar. Or,
Well, I'm just saying.
Or Josh Allen. Some people would.
I'm just saying.
Oh, I say so. That's a vague statement.
But
to
then you
make.
see what I said. If you're gonna
A
start a
broad
franchise,
statement, you know what I mean?
if you're gonna start a franchise team, you had a chance to pick any quarterback in the league. Who would you pick? Would you pick Joe Burrow or all the rest of those good quarterbacks?
Over someone.
Patrick Holmes and all of them.
Over.
No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
But they all good though. Pops.
Stop
That's what
lying.
I'm saying.
That ain't the point I'm saying.
No, I'm saying so you can't go wrong.
But just no, you can't go wrong. By not picking the best one of the bunch, you go wrong.
Okay, who do you think is the best?
let me say
Well, Patrick Holmes is the best.
Okay, after that,
No, don't do all that. You
I'm
that's the
asking.
best. No, I'm not doing all that.
All right.
that's a question.
Go ahead. Ron's got something to say. Go ahead, Ron.
Let me say that sometimes it's hard to find a good quarterback that just coming into the league. Can we agree on that?
That's true. Because you don't know that the potential might be through the roof, but you don't
another
know.
subject. That's another subject you can talk about.
And sometimes when you first get in the league, sometimes it takes time to be
Yeah.
what everybody want you to be.
Yeah. Because the shock of you on that another level now.
Right.
You on another level. Right.
So he came in doing this.
Right.
I would take that any day of the week.
Yes, because listen, this guy won the national championship against a high-powered Trevor Lawrence Clemson Tiger team, and then carried that right into his rookie year and went to the Super Bowl.
Okay.
The only other person that did that was Colin Kaepernick in recent times.
Okay, guys, let me say this again. That was,
And if it hadn't been for that Ray Lewis-led, Flacco-led Baltimore team, Colin probably would have won that Super Bowl. Wouldn't y'all agree?
okay, guys, let me do this again. The question was, I didn't say his status and all that. Ron, that was wonderful, but that wasn't the question. The question was, you talking about night, I'm talking about day. The question was, if you're going to start a franchise football team, who would
That's
you
you,
pick?
Ron.
I mean, that was the question. We're not talking about all that other
Yeah,
stuff.
Pop.
Look,
Give me,
Ron,
give me Joe Burrow.
the bottom line is again, I have to say it again. If you're going to pick a franchise
He's saying you
football
don't
team,
understand, right?
Look, guys, everybody understand what I'm saying. If you're going to pick a franchise football team, out of any quarterback in the league, who would you start off with? I said it wouldn't be Joe Burrow. It wouldn't. Just stop lying to
Joe
yourself.
Burrow went to the Super Bowl in his second year. Like
Was it second year? Okay, I got it mixed up. Maybe he got hurt this first
I'll be
year.
listening to you.
I
boy.
told
You
y'all
messing me
earlier.
up.
I told y'all earlier it was the second year.
Second year.
I told y'all it was the second year.
I
Y'all
said it was
was going to let
the
you go.
second year.
I know you did. We told you.
So he got hurt his first year.
Yes.
Yeah, he got hurt his
So
first year.
I think
Well, I said I might have the years flipped around, but still.
We said second year.
No quarterback has ever taken a team to the Super Bowl in their rookie year. None.
Yeah, Colin did. That was his rookie year.
Was it?
I thought it was. I could be wrong.
It ain't been done yet, guys.
I thought that was his rookie year. I could be wrong though.
You all wrong.
We just see, sometimes we see
Yeah,
quarterbacks.
it says none has.
But I want to
Okay.
ask everybody on this.
Maybe that was
subject.
maybe that was Colin's second year
But
too.
Ron, who would be your quarterback if you go to a franchise a team?
guess
You can
none.
pick any quarterback in the league, or you pick Joe Burrow or the rest of the, huh?
Joe Burrow, he different. Pop.
God.
He is different though.
Quarterback.
With the
Oh, okay.
with a line and
That's-
protection.
That's your pick,
Yeah.
and you have every right to pick.
But listen, back to
over.
back to the
Patrick
schedule.
Mahomes and all of them.
back to the
Okay.
schedule. We got Green Bay, week 8. Then we got is that the Colts? What is that? The World?
I think that the coach.
Yeah, that's the coach.
I think it's got to be the Colts, right? I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, they squeeze that in there, boy. And then
that like that, man.
I don't know either. And then after the
Can you move it up?
yeah, we're gonna move it up. We're gonna and then after the Colts, we got the Chargers. And we got the Bengals again. Of course, our second division game against them. We got Green Bay. I'm sorry, the Bears after that. Then we got the Bills. And then we got Baltimore again at the end. That's pretty good. Pretty hard stretch in the beginning and at the end there for us.
Yeah, y'all got one of the top 5 hardest schedules.
Yeah. So we'll see. It'll be a test of the coaching staff and the team again this year.
To me, it depends where you play these teams.
Yeah. Well,
At what time do you play? That's right.
And
And the farther you go down the league, the better you'll get. The more you get into the
And you got to play Green
I agree
Bay.
with you, Ron. Because you can catch some of them early before they develop. Yeah. And that is true.
I had to jump off. I was going to talk about.
oh, I thought you about to. What you gonna say?
I was going to talk about your schedule.
Go ahead.
I was saying, Green Bay is where?
Green Bay is week 8. It's about halfway through the season.
October 26th. It might be snowing around that time in Green Bay.
And
That's what I'm saying.
we from Pittsburgh.
I get it, but I'm saying it depends on. That's what Ron was saying. Depends on when you playing who at what time.
So you
Like,
saying
Green Bay
that
makes a
Pittsburgh or
difference.
Snow City?
No. Not to my Pittsburgh. I'm just saying like certain teams, if they play Green Bay at that time and the snow, it will be rough.
It's not Pittsburgh.
Not for y'all, because y'all in Pittsburgh. I'm just making a point.
Yeah.
That's what he meant by when he said depends on.
I get what he's saying in general.
And what he really meant was the further you get into the season, the better the team.
Yeah, and Green Bay.
You catch some team early, they not developed yet.
We're playing them at home anyway. So.
That's what we talking about. That's what Ron was talking about.
We're playing them at home. We're playing Baltimore at home. So which is an advantage for us.
So you playing Green Bay at home?
Yes, we're playing Green Bay at home, and then we are playing the Vikings at home, and then the Colts we're playing away. The Chargers we're playing away. We're playing the Bears away. The Lions we're playing away. That's gonna be a tough game.
How about the Bills?
The Bills are playing at home.
Okay.
So it's even though it's a tough schedule, those few matchups are a little more favorable for us. But the weather don't affect either one of those teams. You got Detroit, Buffalo, us. All of them are cold weather cities. So,
Y'all can play in bad weather.
But what I was saying, Patrick.
but I know what you're saying. It depends on where you play them at, like what point in the season too. Yeah, because we have a tendency. Let's say if we were playing Detroit middle of the season, first third, more of a chance. But we tend to implode at the end of the season, the last several years. So I see what you're saying. That's probably going to be a tough matchup for us in and of itself, just because that's what our tendency is, whether we're at home or not. So I see exactly what you're saying, right?
Right. To me, I think Detroit gonna fall off a little bit. Coaching,
Why do you think that? But
they offensive coach left, went to I think Chicago, and the other one went to the Jets.
Yeah, they lost a lot in the offseason.
Right.
I guess
So
we'll
that-
see.
So that right there is like,
Yeah, but I think I trust that coach to win them some games though. Still,
I mean, they're gonna win games.
that coach has proven himself,
I
you know,
know.
and he's proven himself to put he's proven himself to put good people around him
But
too.
the reason they was playing so well offensively was because of Ben Johnson, which is
Right.
That's what I'm saying. My point is that
Chicago.
that coach has proven that he's gonna put good people around him. He's picking the right people so far.
And ain't Ben Johnson the head coach for Chicago?
So
Yeah.
I don't see the coach putting somebody in there that he don't feel is on the level that his other people were. Does that make
Well,
sense?
I mean,
yeah, I
they-
get it, but that's going to change up the whole offense.
It may.
It takes
All
time.
that what you seen from Detroit, what made them was Ben Johnson.
Yeah, it may, but it may not be that big of a difference either. Though.
Oh no,
I guess it's time to
coordinator
tell.
leaving, that's going to be a big difference.
It depends, man. It could even be an improvement depending on who they get in there.
Coordinators, you can kind of switch and swap them in, but them offensive coordinators, they make a difference.
Yeah, but it could be an improvement. You never know.
It should.
Over Ben Johnson.
You never know.
Who the Detroit got as the offensive coordinator now?
I don't know.
Because let me see, You know, Ben Johnson's about the best there is out there.
I
right now.
think they hire within. Like somebody was already on the staff and they just moved them up.
Right.
It's John Morton.
You never know. Sometimes people surprise you.
He served as the Lions' senior offensive assistant in 2022, replacing Ben Johnson.
So I mean, he knows the plays. He's been around them. He was an assistant. So you never know. It could be a somewhat seamless transition.
Nah.
Especially if it's in house. It's not like you bringing in a totally different coordinator with a new philosophy. You know what I'm saying, Ron?
I don't buy it.
So
They're gonna be hurting, bro. And they lost. They lost.
it's a 50-50 chance.
This is who Detroit lost.
It's 50-50 chance. And it's subjective. We're all speculating
Listen,
right now.
bro. They lost Ben Johnson, offensive coordinator. They lost Aaron Glenn, defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
And they lost, I think, another coordinator. I can't remember who it was. But yeah, they're gonna be hurting, bro.
You don't think the coordinators that were there passed the torch? Man, anyway. So quick to write a team off sometimes we are.
No, I'm not writing them off. It's just they're gonna take a step back though.
I don't think so. I don't think so. They're too well
I don't
coached.
think they're gonna be as good as they were.
They're too well coached at the head coach position. They got too much talent.
Sometimes
That team is the most disciplined,
Listen-
one of the most
listen what I'm
disciplined
saying, bro.
teams
Listen what I'm saying.
in the league.
Sometimes a team, how good they coaches can be disguised by how good of a coordinator is when you putting up points like that.
Yeah, but if you
Now
got
he's gone. Dan Campbell's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, but he had all that too.
yeah, but
He brought that staff in himself because he knew what they was capable.
but here's the thing about it
now
though.
that they gone,
The assistants
he's gonna be more exposed.
to the coordinators are the ones that facilitate what the coordinators want a lot of times. They're the one that make sure the right personnel are on the field. They're the one that make sure the right players are getting in there. They're the ones that shuffling players in and out. So it's basically the same person, just a step down.
No.
He's facilitating a lot of what the offensive coordinator is doing. Do you understand what I'm saying, Ron? Like that person is his right hand man.
That team is gonna be more exposed, bro.
It 50-50 chance.
It is.
Your head coach did some messed up stuff. You
Well,
know?
he got too risky at the end, of
Right,
course.
right.
Yeah.
And that might come back and bite him in the, you know.
I think that's a learning experience. Like that's a learning curve. Like you put yourself, if he puts himself in that same situation again, I don't think he takes as much of a risk.
I think that him. They're just him.
Yeah, but on the big stage, like playoffs, I don't see him doing that again in the playoffs.
Like I think that just how he is. Like some head coaches just put everything on the line. Like,
Yeah, I get that, and I think he will still do that to an extent regular season. But if he's in a conference championship game or a divisional game, and you got a lead and you're not kicking field, I don't think he's not going to not kick field goals again. Like the stuff that he did last season is a learning experience. You don't think they went back to the drawing board and is kicking themselves all off season? You know what I mean? Like if we get in that position again, we're not doing that again. We're gonna keep the hammer down on them. We're gonna keep the gas pedal down, but we're not gonna, be too risky. We're gonna be conservative when we need to be. I don't know, but it's like
I hear what you're saying, but
I think it's 50-50.
yeah, you beating the drum pretty hard for Detroit when they done lost like 3 coordinators. I just don't see
Yeah, it's 50-50. We'll see.
That'll take time.
Yeah, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see though, because at the end of the day, we're all speculating anyway.
Ben Johnson was the most coveted offensive coordinator, period. No,
Yeah,
and rightfully so. 30-something points a game.
yeah.
You know what I mean? That's gonna hurt Detroit, bro. I'm telling you.
I think the assistant coordinators.
4 or 5
I think they're gonna pick up.
It's gonna
They
happen.
lost like 3 coordinators, bro.
I think the assistants are gonna pick up the torch and keep going with it, in my opinion.
Cause they got to deal with Green Bay.
Yeah.
They got to deal with Minnesota. They got to deal with Chicago.
Yeah,
And Chicago stepped way up.
I know, but Detroit's a better team than all of them.
They was.
Personnel wise,
Was.
no, personnel wise,
Down, Patrick.
they're a better team. Personnel wise, they're a better team.
Before you jump out on the cliff and say somebody is better, you need to do your research, bro. I'm telling you. This offseason, the draft and the offseason with these teams, and especially the Bears,
Everybody got better.
The Bears might have been the most improved in that division
Yeah.
this offseason so far.
Just
And I
like they-
still,
just
They are
like they-
loaded, bro.
this is just my take. It's my
Yeah,
opinion.
they
I
might
still
be
say the
good,
Detroit
I'm
Lions is the
saying.
best team in that division. Until the Bears come out and show us.
Have you seen the Bears roster?
No, I hadn't seen all the Bears roster, but until they come out and show us, it's all speculation. Just like Ron said it himself earlier, when you get somebody that you draft somebody that got all this potential, you never know what it's going to be when you get in the league. You don't know.
I hear you.
I really think Chicago is going to take a step forward.
Oh, I'm not saying they're going to take a step. They're not going to take a step forward. What I'm saying is until they come out and show us and win that division, Detroit is still the team to beat in that division. That's what I'm
The
saying.
Packers are better offseason than Detroit too.
But
Okay.
Chicago had a better offseason.
Okay.
Tried to fix their offensive line.
Okay.
They've been lacking at for the last
Okay.
5 years. The running game,
The defense
That
is
what-
nuts.
that's what they're known for. Being
Yep.
known for now.
Yeah.
Running the
And,
ball.
yep. And then until they, yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Then the wide receiver they got in the draft. I would not want to play. I would not want to play Chicago this year. No, I'm telling you.
It's gonna be rough. That division gonna be rough for sure.
Yeah, 3 teams they come out of that division this year.
I gotta put a comment up here real quick. First of all, I want to welcome Tank Cook. Want to welcome Tom Case. Want to welcome Kevin Milwaukee. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in. We're trying to keep up with the comments and whatnot. While we're gonna go back to the schedule for the Falcons, Tom Casey had a few things to say to Ron there. He said, "How about them Patriots?" First of all, and then he says, if I can get this comment up real quick. Oh, Ron head still up his AZZ, thinking Atlanta gonna win something. Why you come over here wanting violence today?
Well, y'all just hope y'all win something first before you start worrying about us.
This is a Patriots fan talking right here now,
I
right?
know,
A Patriots.
Yeah.
Right.
But,
Come on, Tom.
Tom Brady ain't there no more. So let's just let them get back to winning first when they start talking about us.
Lee. Mitch Max.
And we was better than them last year, by the way.
I think Mitch Max said, and I think he was, correct me if I'm wrong, Mitch, I think you were talking about George Pickens. Mitch Max said he's a diva, but he would take him in Miami because he's a Dolphins fan. And undeniable talent. And maybe
Just what Miami needs, Pickens to come over there and
with Tyreek Hill.
hit Tua in the head, give him another concussion. You definitely don't need that.
And Tyreek
Because he
Hill
crashed
might
out.
be there this year. So
Yeah. Brandon says, everyone just remember the what is that? This George Pickens signing is supposed to get them past the second round. Everything else is glazing.
That's for you, Pop.
Yeah,
Golly. And then he went on and said, I'll go ahead and be real. I got Dallas winning 12 games this year, though after looking at the schedule. So basically he's saying that the scheduling is challenging.
That's what they usually do. But Dallas got one of the hardest schedules now, top 5 hardest schedules in the league.
Kevin Milwaukee says, what's up, Henry Brothers? Happy schedule release week. Did you hear
What's up, Kev?
the report today about Caleb Williams wanting the Vikings to trade up and draft him last year so that he could avoid Chicago at all costs? Ooh. Story came out and leaked, I guess.
I heard that, but I thought it was just somebody
Well, that's
talking.
kind of null and void.
Yeah, now because now he didn't help turn the franchise around now. So
but his father also said if a quarterback goes to Chicago, that's where they die at.
for the most part,
You know,
Caleb Williams may change that trend.
Right. So,
Well, it wasn't just Caleb, because Caleb needed help surrounding him with Chicago, and the coach needed to be better.
Yeah.
Thus, that's why they got Ben Johnson.
right.
Because he basically had the same stats as
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels in Washington. So he wasn't as bad as people thought he was. It's just the team is bad, and they going to put it all on
Yeah.
Caleb. That's what I'm saying.
And Tank Cook says Super Bowl bound. The Bills are Super Bowl bound. And I mean, at some point they got to get their what's due to them, right?
Tank, that sounds good, but they've been saying that for the Bills the last 3 years, and it ain't happened yet.
And then,
just like Lamar and just like Dak, which Dak ain't even got that close yet.
of course, Mahomes has been the gatekeeper over here in the AFC, and then now I think for the next,
Got a lot of hate, man.
and then
No,
for the
I
next,
said Josh and I said Lamar first. Why I even said Dak? I gotta call them all up. We
Yep.
in my Super Bowl now.
so
Right,
Mahomes,
is that fair?
and you got to say Mahomes has been the gatekeeper in the AFC, and in the NFC, look like it might be Jalen Hurts for the next 2 or 3 years.
No, that ain't, no.
Cause Lamar been getting close.
It ain't Dak.
He ain't got over the hump.
Dak ain't the gatekeeper in NFC.
And Josh ain't got over. Josh Allen ain't got over the hump.
He's fixing to argue with me about it's not Jalen Hurts. If it's not going to be
It's
Jalen
not
Hurts the next
Jalen
couple
Hurts.
years, it ain't Dak.
Do you realize
Dak ain't been no gatekeeper in the NFC.
What we talking about?
and Jalen
Gatekeeper, the one you got to go through.
No,
Jalen
what
Hurts
we
won't be
talking
no
about?
gatekeeper either.
I said the reason that Lamar Jackson's and Josh Allen's hadn't been because Patrick Mahomes has been the gatekeeper in the AFC for the most
You
part.
really think he's
Last
gonna be
few
the
years.
gatekeeper? No.
And then I think Jalen Hurts
Hey.
is setting himself up with that team now, the coaching.
They done lost people. They not the same team. Y'all
And-
gonna find that out.
What's the major change they've had?
I mean, they did lose
Heck,
a lot,
what made the
lot of
change?
people on defense.
They did lose a lot.
But they did replace a lot in the draft.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
But
so-
you still gonna feel that loss. Okay, I'll let it go.
Again, it's all
And
speculation. They got the quarterback, they got the running back.
Not if you replace,
All right.
like
Yeah.
the Eagles do every year in the offseason.
Well, I
Yeah.
won't say no more.
And
They
Tank,
did.
yeah, and he said Burrow was second year, but only played 1/3 of his first season because of the ankle injury. And then he says Kaepernick was there 3 years, so it was Kaepernick's third year. For some reason, I was thinking it was his first or
And
second.
that's what I was talking about Burrow a while ago.
Yeah.
They
Thanks, Tank.
hyped him up.
Appreciate it, Tank.
Man, he got there in his second season. How is it?
I'm not-
how's that?
I'm not
hype?
saying anything that about
with a
his
bad team,
He-
bad offensive line.
Look,
Hey, and
I'm
then
gonna stick to what I said.
Brandon brought up another point too. Kaepernick actually didn't start that year that they went to the Super Bowl. I do remember that now.
Alex Smith.
It was Smith, that's right. And then Tank Cook said the Colts on week 9. Yep, the Colts. He must be talking about for our schedule. And then he says we're the only team to have a 17-0 projected season. Let's go Buffalo. Projections are only that, projections.
You've been a super fan now.
Good
Come on,
luck.
let's be real.
all I'm gonna say to you, brother, good luck.
Whatever you want, player.
Good luck.
Hey, they give you a hard time right now, Tank. You my boy, but they give you a hard time.
17-0. Nobody's going 17-0, bro.
No.
I like your attitude. I like
Kevin says Vikings versus Steelers in Dublin, Ireland. And the NFL is using my Vikings as guinea pigs because they're leaving my team overseas for 2 weeks. As the following week, the Vikings are in London, Mike, to play Cleveland. In the words of Conor McGregor, I would like to take this opportunity to apologize to absolutely nobody. It's my Ireland voice for so we ain't gonna apologize to nobody when we beat y'all, Kevin. That's all I'm saying. Tank Cook says, I'm going to the Atlanta Buffalo game in October. That should be a good game. Hey, Atlanta Buffalo. What you feel about that, Trap?
I'm gonna talk about it once we get to the schedule.
Sorry, man. Let me get to these comments. Brandon said people said the same about McVay, and he's been
We ever get there.
shuffling staff since his third year coaching. Yet he already has a coaching tree in the league. That's right, and he's won a Super Bowl,
That's right.
and he's been to a couple. So
You is right, man.
ain't that a good point, Ron?
That is a good point, but
Yep.
every coach is not the same. Friend.
That's true. Like I said, it remains to be seen. You never know. Nobody thought McVay would do what he did, I guess, too. Tank said the roster on paper don't make a team. It's the execution of the chemistry throughout the season. The Lions are top dog in their division to prove it otherwise. That's all I was saying. They got to go out and get beat. They got to beat them.
The crazy thing about that is that's nice to say, but we'll say everything's just on paper. But yet everybody talk about other teams on paper about what they're gonna do until the narrative changes about another team in that same division.
Yeah.
I just find that crazy.
I guess we'll just wait and see.
You know what I'm saying? I find it crazy. Like, if we doing that with other teams, why can't it be the other team
Yeah.
this time?
Kevin said in the near future, the NFL wants to add franchises in Europe, so they want to test out the traveling. If Pittsburgh brings Mason Rudolph to start in Dublin, then the Vikings are dog walking them by 10. Man, don't do Mason like that. Mason's anyway. I ain't even gonna say nothing because Mason actually had a really good season last season. He played when he took over. Got us to the second round in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. Dak Zay TV says, who is Zay TV? Is that
That's Rod Akron.
Rod? Yeah, that's right. What's up, Rod? Dak is a parking
What's up,
attendant. 4 years starting playoffs, 4 years, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl, and then 1 Super Bowl. What is he talking about?
I don't know.
What?
Dak is a parking attendant. 4 years starting playoffs, 4 years, 2 Super Bowl appearances, 1 Super Bowl.
Trying to say he's parking cars in the Super Bowl for people. I don't know what he's saying on that one.
Oh my goodness, man.
You trying to say your quarterback is parking
My man
cars?
said the only way you went to Super Bowl is a parking attendant. Philly is still loaded, Brandon says. Pops, don't do that now. Y'all have lost.
I ain't said it, didn't it?
And then he said y'all have lost players too. Talking about Philly, because y'all was saying that Philly lost players, but everybody's lost players.
And we lost players. We felt it too. You see what happened?
Yeah. And then Kevin said, I agree with Pat Jr. Basically, the Bears are a theory. Plus, they're the worst team in like the toughest
Of course
division.
he's gonna say that. He's a Minnesota fan. What is he supposed to say?
Let me finish the comment.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, he said I agree with
You
Pat.
can't take that seriously for a Minnesota fan.
Hold on. Let me finish.
He's biased. What is that?
Kevin says, I agree with Pat Jr. Basically, the Bears are a theory. Plus, they're the worst team in like the toughest division in football. Arguably the toughest. Maybe not the toughest.
They ain't
But
gonna be the worst no more.
in the NFC North. That's not the toughest division, by the way, Kevin.
That is
It's
that
not.
is that is a tough division. Definitely a tough division.
The Minnesota spent $225 million in free agency fixing the trenches.
And the NFC is definitely the toughest.
The NFC, the toughest, yeah.
It can be arguably that they're tougher than the AFC too, because you got 3 teams in the playoffs in that division, bro.
Can I answer this? Because Pops,
Yeah.
where was Washington in the past 4 years in your division?
See, I ain't forget where they were. They was behind the Dallas Cowboys in their divisional mirror. That's where they were.
So,
And now they won one
No,
game.
I'm not cracking on you, Pops.
No. I'm answering your question.
Let him finish.
No,
Pops,
I
yeah.
am letting me finish. I'm
But-
listening to it.
Look what they did last year. That's my point.
One game against our backup quarterback.
No, I'm not talking bad about your team, Pops.
No. I know that. But you can't brag on that game because they were playing against our
Yeah, you
backup
can
quarterback.
brag on it.
Come on now, let me talk with it.
I'm not.
Let him finish real quick, Pops.
Oh my
I'm not talking bad about Dallas.
I know you're not, but I was just going along with you, bro.
Right.
Y'all giving Washington too much credit, and you're gonna find that out.
I'm saying they did it in 1 year. They went out and spent money in one offseason, and look what happened.
Yeah, it can be done.
It was
So,
done.
Right. That's what I'm trying to tell Tank. It didn't happen, player.
You get the right, you put the right people in the right time with the right people.
Right.
You can't keep looking at people and saying they're the same.
Tank.
You can't do that anymore.
What changed?
Unless they keep doing the same.
No, you
What
can't.
changed
Every
Washington?
year brings on a new adventure.
What changed Washington was when Dan Quinn got there and
Right.
he had that 80-something million to work with in the offseason. He brought
Yeah,
the players
yeah,
in necessary to.
And so, and then they actually went out and did something different. Not saying they're gonna do something different.
Hold on, y'all.
Pat,
Hold on. Let me get it out, y'all. And then to go out and get his franchise quarterback in Jaden Daniels, and to do that in his rookie year to get to the NFC Championship game,
Yeah.
unheard of.
Look,
Except for Ben Roethlisberger, but that's another point for another day.
Chargers
But
spent
to be
a lot
fair,
of
Ben
money
Roethlisberger
on
came in with a
offseason.
team that was already established.
Right.
Washington had to go fix that team to get that.
And then it was established.
Right.
But it
the same-
wasn't
it's-
already established.
But it's established that
They had to
offseason.
go make the right
Why
moves.
not?
When Ben came in, that team was already
Yeah,
established.
but they did the same thing. It just in
No,
one
it wasn't the
offseason.
same thing, bro.
Right. That
Wasn't the
both teams spent money in the offseason.
Yes,
Yeah.
pretty much.
That's my point right there.
That's the point.
That's what I'm trying to say.
If you have an established team, good continuity,
Yeah.
it can happen. That's all I'm saying.
He was already ready though.
Tank Cook said it was a projection. Then he's laughing faces. He don't believe it either, but we shall see about the Bills going 17-0. He was just noting it was a projection. ZTV says Jalen Hurts comparison. I don't know exactly what he's referring to, but and Brandon Howard says Washington can brag about making it past the second round though. Basically, that was a shot at Dallas. Oosh.
they're hard.
But I will say this.
I would say something. They'll stop me from talking.
Washington now, they're gonna have a target on their back this year though,
Yeah.
because they're gonna have tape and film on.
And they got tape and film on. That's
Jay
exactly
Davis
right.
now, so he's going to have to come back and do that same thing,
Yeah.
but modify some stuff because they're
Yeah.
gonna see where his tendencies are on tape now.
Yep.
Right.
So
Let's look at the Falcons schedule.
What guys? Okay.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Pop. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm here, but I'm not in the chat. See, but I'm just gonna say this,
Pat, you
guys.
gotta share.
Guys, I'm gonna say this. I want y'all to listen to me. Washington
Fact.
has been being skunked by Dallas every season. Now, I want y'all to stop. They come and beat Dallas one time, and all our players hurt, and Dak Prescott wasn't even there. Just listen to me. They beat us without our main people on the field. All I'm telling y'all is this. I think you jumping the gun. Because Dak has owned our division, and Jalen Hurts right now, I give him all the power. He's Super Bowl champion. But I ask all of you, when the team win the Super Bowl, how long it is before they get back again? I'm just want to know the answer. When the team normally wins the Super Bowl, how long is it before they get back
It
again?
depends on the team.
No, it ain't no depend.
It does
But
depend.
somebody give me a good answer. When the team goes to the Super
That's
Bowl,
the answer.
no, it's not.
It is. It depends on the team.
When the last time Patrick Mahomes went to the Super Bowl?
Patrick Mahomes
I'm asking a question. When the last time he went to the Super Bowl?
last year.
That's you.
Did he win?
No.
No.
It ain't even funny, man. I'm talking business here. The bottom line of what I'm saying is this. Normally when the team go to the Super Bowl, it's 2 or 3 years before they see it again. Before they win it again. Trust me. It's been that way in the NFL since day one. Any of you that don't want to pay their attention, you ain't paying attention to football.
All right, I gotta. If I didn't want to get rid of this,
And another thing I want to ask y'all is this. If Jalen Hurts gonna be good as y'all say, he got to learn how to get past Dak. Look at your numbers.
What?
He can't get past Dak Prescott. If the numbers are there.
if I didn't want to lose this schedule on the screen right now, I would play that little baby monologue I did just now, where you can't handle. Because what I'm about to say is gonna
You ain't
sting.
looking at the numbers again.
But
You doing
because
it
listen,
again.
because what I'm about to say is gonna sting,
Yeah,
pops.
doing it
But it
again.
seems like everybody that's a
Go
Super
by the
Bowl,
numbers, Patrick.
everybody that's a Super,
You don't study like you're supposed to.
everybody that's a Super Bowl contending team, especially in your division that does good, whether it's Washington or the Philadelphia Eagles, they win a Super Bowl or Washington goes to a conference championship, you drag them down
I'm not dragging that out now.
about their success because it's not Dak and the Cowboys.
has beat
It's like you have ways of like
Pat, you must
dumping
stop
on their
saying
success.
football.
Is it just me, Travis? It's like he has ways of dumping on their success.
No.
Like this
I gave
dude.
him credit to begin.
This dude went to the Super Bowl twice in 3 years.
I cannot talk.
Am I
can't
right?
talk. I can't talk.
Jalen Hurts.
Your mic
And you gonna
is
dump
loud.
on his success, like, and then tell me you got to get past Dak. Dak, what happened? What's been happening to the Cowboys every season, every postseason?
They've been going to the playoff.
And then what?
No. You asked that question. I just gave you the answer.
And then what?
Now you can take down another question.
And then, no, what I'm saying is,
No, I-
what's been happening to them postseason? They get to the playoffs and then
I said
they go home.
That ain't the question you asked.
Versus the Philadelphia Eagles,
See, guys,
they get further in the playoffs, they go to championships or they go to Super Bowls.
Patrick, go on your rant. Go into your rant. Go
I'm just saying, it's like you
Guys,
try to pull down the
This
other
is
teams
what
that
I-
are successful
this is- God, Patrick, you gotta
because they're
let
not the
somebody talk, bro.
Cowboys.
You gotta let somebody
All right,
talk.
guys, can't talk over everybody.
Yeah, your mic is loud, man.
That's not.
All I told y'all
Listen, we
earlier.
gotta share this platform, y'all. It's all
Absolutely.
three of us.
All I told y'all earlier was, I started off, everybody heard me, I said, Jalen Hurts, he's a Super Bowl champion. I said, give him props. That's the first thing I said.
Mm-hmm.
Then I said, but before you give him and crown him the best, he's got to learn how to beat Dak Prescott. Then you went off.
He's the best so far.
Wait a minute.
Going into this year, he is the Super Bowl champion. Is he not the best?
I gave him that. He's not the best,
You
but
can-
he's the Super Bowl champion.
But that's the best.
Okay.
The best of the best, the cream of the crop in the league. Is it not the Super Bowl champion?
Okay, basically, this is what it is, y'all. This is what it is. Jalen Hurts.
Numbers don't lie.
Okay, let me say this, y'all. Basically, this is what it is. When it comes to Jalen Hurts individually versus Dak Prescott, Dad is saying Jalen can't beat him when he's on the field. Respectfully, I get it. That's fine.
That's all I'm saying.
But at the same time, when Dad give him a compliment, that like the Eagles, Jalen Hurts, he'll smack him right after.
It's a backhanded compliment.
Guys, I did not smack him. I gave him man his props.
No, I'm saying.
No, man, you gotta do right, man. You gotta do right, man. I gave him props,
Dad,
man.
you gotta let me talk now. You gotta let me talk.
Be fair. Be fair.
You gotta be fair and let me talk. I'm talking figuratively because when you give them props, then it's like you take it right away from them right after that. And then right as of right now,
It's called
Dad, you gotta let me finish one statement. I'm sitting here quiet, let y'all talk. Y'all gotta let me talk too. That's how that works. Now, what I'm saying is this. Jalen Hurts, as of right now, is the best. Regardless if Dak Prescott's on the field or not. He can't help it if that guy hurt and when he played y'all and beat y'all team, he ain't got nothing to do with that. His job is to go out there and beat the team, which he did. So as of right now, he won the Super Bowl. He is the best. Period.
Period.
Okay.
Now they're eating you up in the comments, Pops.
It's
To answer
okay.
your question,
Pat, you don't let me talk. Well, go ahead.
you
go ahead.
already talked and then Travis responded.
And I was just responding back to Travis. And that's where it
Go
goes.
ahead, let him respond.
Go ahead.
Respond.
He was telling me that you guys are eating up in the chat. I don't even care. All I'm gonna tell y'all is straight up again. I split some numbers out there. You pick his numbers up and Dak's numbers up. And the regular season, Dak is beating him. But God, and I can tell you how many times you want me to. All I'm telling you is this. I said it in the very beginning of my speech. He's the Super Bowl champion. He won last year. I wasn't putting him down because he's the best right now. But I said, but what he's got to learn to do, he got to get over that hump. Like Dak had to learn how to get over the hump when he played Aaron Rodgers. So I'm gonna put it like it is.
He didn't got over the
Wait,
hump.
come on.
But he didn't got over the hump, Pop.
Ask any player or any fan if they had to choose between the best stats or winning the freaking Super Bowl. None of them are gonna say I'd rather be a runner-up MVP and have the best stats versus win a Super Bowl.
That's another topic. That's another subject altogether.
That hurts and it stings, but
don't hurt
there's nobody in their right mind gonna say
You're not even listening though.
I would rather have the numbers and the MVP runner-ups than freaking Super Bowls. Nobody's gonna say that, Pops.
Okay, read those comments so we can get to my.
And then,
schedule, please.
to answer your question,
We're taking way
you
too
said-
long on this, y'all.
And then you said
I'm not gonna say that.
the question was, how long does it take a team to get to the Super Bowl, back to Super Bowl?
I didn't say how long.
Zay
I didn't say that.
Zay said not 30 years. And then Brandon went on to say
Okay.
Rams went in 2018 and 2021. Is Dallas in any standard in this millennium? What if Dallas is any standard in this millennium, what is it? By Dallas logic is what I'm asking. And then Zay said Dak is trash, which he's got a right to say that. And then Brandon said Dallas only got 4 playoff wins in 30 years. This is not good making it to the playoffs or not. This is what killed me about Dallas. Dallas's narrative in this world. And then he goes on to say, Dak does these things in the regular season. It ain't the same in January, period, with proof. And then Kevin says Vikings only lost to 2 teams the whole last season and got even better in the free agency. It's not my bias. It's good decision making and results. The Bears could maybe win 8 or 9 games in the AFC East. Everybody's got their opinion.
Kevin, I get that, but you're biased because you're a Minnesota Vikings fan, bro. You're biased.
So are you done, Patrick?
It is possible for him not to be biased.
Nah, he's biased.
Patrick, stop that. Let him.
Go ahead, Pops.
Let him speak for himself.
God, man.
Like, I think he got it. He's in the comments section.
Yeah, but it's possible for him to not be biased. Pops, go
I
ahead.
know, but I've already responded to him, and he's responding too. So,
Yeah.
me and him got it, pal.
Okay.
You don't have to
I
rebuttal
was
what
telling
he
him
said.
that. You gotta keep.
I'm not trying.
Yes, you are.
We've been through this before. I still got a right to comment on it.
Patrick, but you do that a lot, bro. You do that a lot.
Go ahead, Pops.
You don't even realize it.
And
We don't need you to repeat what he just
you
said.
don't need me to, but if I want to comment on somebody's comment, I
What I'm saying
will.
is,
Come on, come
after
on,
you done
guys.
commented on it, leave it be. Why you keep going back to it? It's like, bro, like, we get it.
Let's press on from here. Okay.
Yeah, we'll press on. If I want to comment on it, I will. And if I don't, I won't.
Patrick.
You got that right too, Trap. And so do you, Pops. Am I right?
That's not
Okay.
so, bro.
I want to say this to all the peoples in the chat that are having a pool game with Dak Prescott. I'm just gonna tell you again. Just because you calling names, just because you say what he ain't done, just because you say what he ain't gonna do, that ain't got nothing to do with what's gonna happen this season. You can talk and jump up and down and play those games, but the reality is when they get on that field, I'm telling you, Cowboys are not the same team. Now you can sit there and jab if you want to, but I'm telling you again, if you had been paying attention to the Dallas Cowboys, and when they went and put Pickens on the team, CeeDee Lamb been out there by himself. Dak didn't have no running game. Our offensive line had failed down. Our main cornerback was hurt. But that decided from what I'm telling y'all now is, you guys been talking for long. We got rid of our bad coaches. We done did it all. But every time the Cowboys do something, every time we do something good, you know what you guys say? Oh, I've seen it before. No, you haven't. You haven't seen Pickens with these guys. You haven't seen Pickens with CeeDee Lamb. You haven't seen Dak. The last time Dak had a good wide receiver, it was Cooper and CeeDee. You know they led the league that year. Now, I don't know what you guys are doing, but you're talking to somebody that knows the Cowboys. I know football. Watch and see what's going to happen. You say, Eagles this and that. I'm going to tell you something about Jalen Hurts. If you take Barkley out of that scenario, they'll never won it. But they had to give something special to make that thing work. And Barkley was that innovator. He was that difference maker. So all I'm telling you guys right now, and put Barkley against us, is running. He don't run as good against the Dallas Cowboys. He just don't. He don't run as good against us. But I'll say this and I'll be quiet. Let's just see how the season start out. Let's just see how it does. You say Washington's going to be better than us. This is what you guys are saying. Washington's going to be better. You say Eagles going to be better. You say, and some of you saying the Giants going to be better. I think that's just an oversight on you guys' part because that's hate. But you know what's going to happen? Dak Prescott, he hear all this stuff. And all you people you talking about where he is, he going to prove to you where he ain't. And what Dak is, that regular season y'all talking about he do so good in, that's the MVP trophy. That's all the MVP is. It's a regular season trophy. But you know what? Let's just see how it come out. And I'm going to come back on this set about midway through the season, and I'm going to talk to all of you about it in a different way. Keep saying what you're saying. But you better look at Dallas Cowboys and better look at them close. Because Washington lost that one of their main head tackler, which was Fowler. They lost that guy. He was like 10 or 12 sack last year. Guess what? He's with the Cowboys now. You guys are just talking, they paying attention. And everybody got tape on that quarterback. Jordan Love the same way. When he first come out, he just tore the league up, didn't he? That next year, it wasn't like that. He was good, but it wasn't like that. Guys, let's see what's going to happen.
It'll be interesting to see.
It ain't going to be interesting. I don't tell you what's going to happen. I don't predict it.
Falcons schedule is up. Trav, you want to expound on it?
Yeah. Game 1, Tampa Bay. We got them at home. We swept them last year. They did some good things in the draft, but I felt like our draft was damn near the best in the whole league. Like, top 3 for sure. By bringing in Walker and Prince Jr., I feel like we finna dominate. And not just that, like, bringing in Watts and Billy Bowman, and our secondary finna be crazy. Undrafted Kobe Bryant, cornerback, which we got, which was a steal, by the way. For him not getting drafted is crazy. When he should have got drafted, he's one of the top cornerbacks coming out and didn't even get drafted, which is crazy. We got him undrafted. Wide receiver Nick Nash led college and everything, receiving, catching, touchdowns. Didn't even get drafted. We got him undrafted also. We finna be a problem. But Tampa Bay, like I said, we swept them last year. This is a new year, I get it, but I still think we better than Tampa. I think we get them again. Week 2, we go to Minnesota. This one's a tough one because they beat our tail last year. So, I keep it real. They beat the brakes off of us.
Kevin said it would happen.
Yeah, he did. And, but to be, like I said, I feel like with a whole off season with Michael Penix Jr., our new quarterback going forward, I feel like we'll be better this year. We should be able to take Minnesota this year with our defense getting better.
The look on your face when you're saying it.
I'm saying, like, I gotta believe that, bro.
You gotta believe it.
What do you want me to say?
Hey, Pops. Hey, he was over here like, we're gonna beat Minnesota.
And like I said, I gotta believe it. Because Minnesota.
When I came down.
Minnesota.
I don't think I understand what I'm trying to tell you.
Minnesota.
I'm all right.
It looked like I'm all right. Go ahead, Pop. Trav. Sorry.
Wait till y'all get finished.
Go ahead, Trav.
No, when y'all completely done, then
We're done, Trav. Go ahead.
I'm done.
y'all sure?
Yes.
So no more interruptions.
No.
All right. Now, like I said, whether we do it or not, that remains to be seen. Moving on. Going to Carolina.
That didn't sound reassuring.
That didn't sound reassuring at all.
Carolina. We got to go to their house. Why are you moving?
Yeah, I'm just putting up the next comment.
Bro, we'll get to the comments in a minute. Let me
Yeah,
get to the schedule.
Go
We've been trying to get to the schedule for the last hour, bro.
Go ahead.
Sheesh. Man, week 3. We go to Carolina. Carolina's a lot better this year. I gotta be honest. Their receiving core scares me. With Jimmy Horn Jr., Xavier Legette, Taterio McMillan. That's pressure right
Is
there.
it Bryce? What's that quarter? What's his name?
Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. Yeah.
That's pressure right there. I think that's gonna be a good matchup. That game could go either way, honestly. I feel like our defense will do. Our pass rush should do pretty good versus them. Our secondary, that's gonna be the question. Sticking on their receivers, but I know our receivers gonna work their defense, but their receivers might work our defense. So I'm just being real on it. But I think in the end we can beat Carolina, even though they beat the brakes off of us last game of the season last year too, which is insane.
I've never seen you in the state before.
Which should have never happened, by the way, but it did. But I guess it's not really a surprise because our defensive coordinator was trash last year. That's why he got fired. So moving on. Then we got Washington
Second time we done.
at home, which is a rematch of the game we had last year, which we lost literally in the last seconds of the game when Michael Penix went toe to toe with Jaden Daniels and drove us down to win the game, and then our defense gave the ass up at the very end and lost the game.
Pause, man.
They did. No Vaseline, bro. It's real, bro.
Oh, God.
The team was sore after that. But anyway, moving on.
All the way.
Golly.
I'm being real, bro.
Then you got Buffalo.
I ain't sugarcoat nothing. Buffalo. Woo! That's how
Hey, man, I ain't never seen you travel like this before the season started.
I'm being real. Buffalo, I don't even know what to say on that. That's gonna be an uphill climb. Like Miley Cyrus, like I'm serious, like that's gonna be raw right there.
Moving on.
Going home. Can we beat them? I believe we can. Will we beat them? That's another story. Moving on. San Francisco at their house. I think we got that game. I think we beat San Francisco.
They in the rebuild. They in the rebuild.
Yeah, they revamping a lot of things. And I just think we got a better team though right now. So I think we beat San Francisco. Moving on to Miami at home. I think we beat Miami also.
Yeah.
I'm not really afraid of nothing that they have. You know, I think our secondary can stop Tyreek Hill. And I'm not really scared of nobody else on that team besides him because of his speed. But
I'm about to stop him, but contain him, yeah.
nah, we stopping him. But anyway, I think we beat Miami relatively easy. Moving on to the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
Patriots had a good offseason, good draft. They're building, but young Drake May, he gonna get welcomed to Michael Penix. I think we beat them relatively easily. Also, they defense is raw though. Patriots defense gonna be raw. I will give them that. They're gonna be raw.
Yeah.
But moving on to the Colts.
That quarterback and running back.
That's between Danny Dimes and Anthony Richardson for the starting quarterback spot. And that's a toss-up either way. Both of them getting their ass whooped. It don't matter which one it is. So we beating that game also. The second game at home against Carolina, I think we win that one at home because we're at home. I think, yeah, go ahead.
I think both of those games, Carolina games, Jalen Walker is going to eat on those games.
Oh, yeah, definitely go eat.
Because they passed him and got the wide receiver. So, and they said he came out the other day. They did not draft him because he was too short. So, they should have never said that. So,
well, they gonna find out, man. At home, they definitely gonna find out. I think we get that game. We probably split with Carolina. I think at their house they get us. At our house we get them. So I think we split.
Yeah.
Saints win next. Jets win next. Seattle, I think it'll be a pretty good game. They got Jalen Murray, the quarterback, and we owe them for last year. They got us pretty good here at the end too. But Geno's not there no more. Jalen Murray was taking over from Alabama, so could be a whole different thing. But it's the same type of quarterback, so to speak. but he's more athletic.
More athletic, yeah.
He does a lot more with his legs than Geno. Geno can do it both too, but Geno's a better passer.
The Sam Donald
But-
take it over.
Yeah, but I think we get Seattle this time at home. Moving on to going at Tampa Bay, I think we get them at their house. This is when I think we start to come on as a team, and we start to run the table. Next game, Cardinals. I think we beat them relatively easy. Moving on to the Rams.
Run the table on the Rams?
Hold on, Pat. Let me finish, bro. I said, I don't want no interruptions, man. I don't interrupt y'all when y'all going through y'all stuff. Let me
My
get through
bad.
this.
My bad. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
man.
Next game, Rams. That's gonna be a hard one. Rams has been a playoff team for the last couple of years, except for injuries. That's what's been stopping them. Rams is a tough team to play. Anybody that plays the Rams, you in for a fight. That's a tough team. So they coach well. They got everything they need on that team. It's gonna be a tough battle. That can go either way. That's a toss-up. But I really don't know on that game. That's a toss-up. I mean, it depends on what's going on at that time, who's injured, who's not injured. It's gonna come down to one of them type scenarios for us in the Rams at that time. But that's a toss-up. Then the last game, win. So I think we sweep the Saints. Saints is just not a very good team this year. Even what they did in the offseason, they just haven't done enough. And then they got Tyler Shaw at quarterback when they could have took Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
And it backfired on their ass because
Cleveland.
Derek Carr retired. So they thought they was being slick by getting Tyler Shaw, or whatever his name is, and thought that they was punishing Shador, but they really punished their damn self because now they got to deal with him, and he's probably gonna end up being the starting quarterback. Him or Spencer Rattler, either one, it doesn't matter. The Saints is not gonna be very good this year. That team is just not gonna be good. So yeah, I feel like we can go about maybe 10-7, 11-6 at the highest, I believe.
That's what's up.
So,
Now we're gonna move on to Dallas.
but before we move on, do y'all want to say anything about that?
No.
Now that I'm done.
No, I would agree with just about everything you said, really.
I would say they offensive line. Jalen Walker got his center over there. So the Saints, they don't want these problems this year.
No, they don't. They gonna get them though.
Yeah, Saints is definitely gonna be in a rebuild.
Saints is in trouble.
We know your hate for the Saints.
Yeah, and I'm very biased with that, and I admit it. The only difference between me and Kevin, I admit it on that.
And then we're gonna go.
But like I'm gonna say it like him, but it's not just bias. We're a better team. So to be fair,
We're going to Dallas, but before we go into Dallas, Pops, I queued up that video for you. If you want me to play it real quick, about your guys' take on CeeDee Lamb and
yeah. If you queued it up, then we obviously want you to play it.
you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
If that's all right with you, Pops,
Go ahead.
his take on.
You know what I'm saying?
This guy pretty
It's
smart.
obviously okay. If we
And
queue it
shout out
up
and
and
shout
want
out to
you
this
play
guy.
it.
This one of the
Make sure y'all okay with
Yeah,
it, man.
you okay, right, Pops?
Yeah, this is one of the better guys that come to video and all this
You
stuff.
got it.
Oh, my God.
Sorry.
This is one of the better guys that come to video and all this
Sure.
stuff. This guy, he goes around the game. He watches.
Real quick, this will give you fuel, Pops, so you can
So I appreciate you doing that, great, my
commentate.
man.
Brandon says he just said, talking about you, Pops. He just said what we say don't matter. Then say Dallas is going to do something else based on Dallas bias. There it is once again. Then he said Pops don't care about Dallas winning the Super Bowl no more than Jerry, with laughing faces. And then Brandon said it all makes sense now. And then my boy Rico Wright, my other Steelers family. What's up, dog? Thanks for tuning in. Yep, Steeler Nation in the house.
What's up, Rico?
Can I say something back to all that mess?
Yeah, while we queuing up the video, go ahead, Pops.
I appreciate you knowing more about me than I know about myself. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You pushing them
Okay.
buttons.
I ain't got to say nothing there.
All right.
Ain't no button been pushed. I just know I know me better than they know me. That's all.
Okay, that's
But
fair
I
enough.
appreciate the love.
Speak on it, Pop. Speak on
Yeah,
it.
I appreciate the love.
Don't be
Don't be
really.
hating
No,
because I'm
no,
a Cowboy
that's
fan.
true. You know
I mean,
what's up,
don't hate
everybody
because
else.
I'm a Cowboy
Speak on
fan.
it.
And not once have I said
true.
anything about these teams didn't get better. All these teams got better. All of them did. That's why you don't
Yeah,
hear
I'm
me
still
saying
looking
they
at you.
get- You don't hear me saying putting any of them down about they didn't get better because all of them got better. And they're not going to be the same team they was last season. They not. And we're all going to find out. It's going to be a fun season. Go ahead,
And
Pat.
Kevin said, Brandon Howard, I hated playing you twice last year, so this year I'm going for the Henry brothers trifecta sweep. Vikings not losing to ATL in our home opener. Vikings Steelers Dublin, and then Pops Cowboys December 14th. He's saying he's gonna beat all of us. Okay,
Possible.
possible.
Hey, do me a favor, bro.
Anything's
Hey,
possible.
I'm honest.
Can I say this to him, Patrick? Can I say this to him?
It could be
Yeah.
one of those 6.
Hey, bro,
11-6 is what I'm predicting us to go. Sorry. Go ahead.
that schedule that you get ready to see at Cowboys, look at that guy on the schedule.
Be 11
And
and 7.
tell me what you
11
think
and
about
7.
that guy.
Yeah.
Because you talking about beating up. Look at that guy on that schedule. And
Oh,
tell me what you
11 and
think about
6.
him.
It's 18 games.
We got
17.
we got 3 more guys just like him.
That's right, 7 to 18 weeks.
All right.
Hold on, Pops. Before you continue, bruh, you be unapologetically wrong.
If
And you will sway my opinion when I know what's in my head.
Uh-huh.
But I'm listening to you and I'm like, and I'm starting second guessing myself. Let me do this.
In
I
the
know what
words
I'm
of
talking
Robert
about.
Downey, in the words of Robert Downey Jr.,
God.
don't make it not so.
But I know what I'm talking about. Like, bro, like, you start saying stuff and this got me questioning. I was like, what is it?
18 weeks, not 17. Not 18 weeks, not 18 games. 17 games.
17.
Brandon Howard said, we supposed to listen to this guy talking about Dallas, but Stephen A., Colin Howard, and anybody who don't glaze Dallas don't know anything about him and are haters. Okay.
Can I say this to him? This is Papa Henry, bro, not Stephen A. and you know what, okay?
No, but
Can that to Stephen A. if you want to pom pom and shake your tree?
But what he's
This
talking
is
about-
I know what
Brandon can say his own thing, like you tell me. Brandon can say his own thing. He don't need you.
Listen,
Got him. Got him.
Brandon, my boy. Me and Brandon go like this all the time.
Am I right?
And
Got him.
And I know what Brandon said. Brandon know I go
I
like
just don't think
this
he's
all the time.
understanding what he's saying, though.
And Brandon know him and I go like this all the time. Brandon
I'm
knows
just
football.
saying,
We
Brandon
do this all
is
the
his own
time.
man. He can speak.
Yeah, but
During the week, Brandon and I do this all during the
You're not
week.
gonna win this, Trap.
So let's go. But Brandon, I
You
got
set
something to
yourself
tell you,
up for that one big
I don't think
time.
he's understanding what Brandon's
It
saying.
don't matter. Brandon said it. Let
And I
Brandon defend
understand
himself.
what he said. I understand what he said.
He don't need you. He don't need you to explain it.
And all I want to say to Brandon, all I want to say to Brandon and I've been talking about this all week.
Hey, it came around full circle, didn't it?
It's okay, Brandon.
It's hard, ain't it?
Ah, Patrick.
Only I said that only because I don't think
He don't-
understood what
Travis.
he said. That's the only reason.
I understand everything.
He don't need you to say it.
I understand everything Brandon
That's
said.
all you know.
And he and I, this ain't our first time talking about this. We talk all during the week.
Brandon's his own man. He can speak for himself.
But what I tell Brandon, like I always tell him, just because.
I'm still looking at you.
Patrick.
Sorry, Pops. Go ahead.
You gotta get Patrick under control, bro. You gotta control. All
Now you're going to change the subject.
right, go ahead, Pops. It's on you.
Go ahead and put the schedule.
All right, we'll put the schedule up. Well, I'm going to play your
Oh,
video
go ahead and
first.
play that. Let's listen to the schedule first, y'all.
I'm going to play your video.
Let's listen to this video first. I'm sorry.
FF dropped this graphic. They're talking about the matchup between the two receivers from the Cowboys and the two corners from the Eagles. Can we be honest here for a second? CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are going to increase the crime rate in Philadelphia on September 4th, 2025, when they play against these two corners. They're nice players. They had promising rookie seasons. By no means do I think they're skilled enough that if Dak Prescott gets the protection that he needs, that they're going to be able to take CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens out of the game. I just don't see that being the case. I've seen George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb go up against some of the best corners in the league and absolutely toast them, right? So I think that come September 4th, when these four players are on the field at the same time, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are going to have very productive games. Part of the reason why I believe this is because last time the Cowboys played the Eagles, they had a lot of success targeting Quinyon Mitchell. I mean, these receivers, Jalen Tolbert, Jalen Brooks, Jonathan Mingo, Brandon Cooks, these guys are not the quality of CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens. And I think that the Cowboys saw something this game. I mean, you're seeing they're having a lot of success here. This is a bad football by Cooper Rush. Completely burns him. on this play. If he gives him a good ball, that's a 30-plus yard gain right there. Which is why I say the key to this game is the Cowboys holding up in protection. If they hold up in protection, I promise you, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens are going to get theirs. I think a big reason why Cooper DeJean and Quinton Mitchell were as good as they were last year is because the Eagles' pass rush was incredible. They lost two of their most productive pass rushers with Josh Sweat and Milton Williams. We'll see what happens with Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt. I don't necessarily think that those guys are full-time starters, really good rotation pieces. We'll see. They added Azeez Ojulari. Okay. If the Cowboys hold up in protection, CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens, they're going to have big gains.
I agree.
That was a good take.
That's what I'm getting ready to talk about.
I think it was a good take.
Well, that's where it's coming from.
Where's that coming from? Amen.
Do you hear that on your end, Ron? I don't know. Should be a echo.
Yeah, we get this echo here.
That was my Bluetooth, man.
Let's
That's on loud.
I knew
Sorry, guys. I didn't know my Bluetooth
Okay,
was
go ahead,
on.
put the
I
schedule.
knew it was something over there.
I'm gonna be quick about this, guy. I'm not gonna go through all that thing. I'm gonna do it quick.
And then now we're gonna touch on Kevin's comment about Detroit in just a second after we look at the schedule. Look at Dallas' schedule. So now we're getting to this. I will say that may be the difference maker between last year and this year. If they still had the same pass rush, then it'd be the same outcome. But losing those pass rushes makes a difference.
Well, who was trying to tell you that earlier?
But that go another thing gonna make a difference for you.
But it remains to be seen. We'll see what happens.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna make this quick. I'm not gonna go through all of this, but I'm gonna try to make it short and sweet. That first game. Let's go back to the first game.
It'll go up in just a second.
I'm gonna do this quick, guys. I want y'all to get with me on this and check this out. Run all up, watch this. What Cowboys done this season? After the draft, they gave us an A+. Now I want y'all to figure this thing out. Put your thinking hats on. They gave us an A+ out of our draft. That's before we even got Pickens. Think about what I'm gonna drop a mic right quick. They gave us an A+. Jerry Jones filled in all the gaps everybody said we needed. That was an A+. You know, after A+, what you get after A+? Can anybody tell me? I don't know. What comes after A+? Excellent, right? So what we did, we went and got Pickens. After we had an A+, we went and got Pickens. Now, I'm gonna let that, I ain't gonna even go to war with that. But I looked at all the teams that Pickens played last year. With the Steelers, Steelers always found a way in the playoffs. They just always do it. I don't know what it is. That's a good foundational team. But all I'm saying is just here. Look at all the people that Pickens went up against, all the cornerbacks. God, it was laughable. And he was getting thrown by not the best quarterback, decent quarterback, but Pat can be a witness to this. They didn't have the best quarterbacks at the time. But the boy was that quarterback was slinging it out there to him though. He just threw it out there. But look at Pickens with those cornerbacks that y'all saying.
I'm not falling for it.
Let me finish it. No, I'm just telling the truth here. But look at Pickens playing against all these cornerbacks. Lamar, all of them. Go back and look at the film with Pickens. He was catching like he was in his backyard having fun. Y'all call it crashing? I'm talking about the catching. Now, all I'm telling you now is this. You put that with CeeDee Lamb, because on the other side of Pickens, he didn't have that. He didn't have that other number one. And Pickens, just for the record, he's not a number two. That's a number one. You can't look at a guy like that and put a number two on it. Cowboys call him a number one. That's what they call him. So you put him and that. So look what we done on the line. We got those three talents. We got those three boys, talents. That's all I'm gonna say. We got three of them there. The line's gonna be a lot better. Okay? And not to mention BB and all them. They veterans. Okay, I'll leave that alone. Let's go to the defense. We're talking about all these teams. Michael Paul's always been that guy. But we got three more guys just like him. They faster than any running back, and they're faster than any quarterback. All I'm telling you is, you know I'm Michael Paulson, but we got some guys that's coming. That linebacker we got out of the draft, Donovan, all I'm telling y'all is this. If you can't see, I think my boy Brandon said it best. I'm looking at about 11, 12 games right now.
You talking about Donovan as a rebound?
Yeah, this guy said Donovan, that's called. But all I'm telling y'all is this. I'm not bragging, I'm not boasting, I'm just saying, Dallas, like my man Calvin say, it's been 30 something years. Now you know, every good dog has his day, y'all. You can't expect Cowboys to be down for the rest of their life. I know you want to think that, but you got to listen to this. Look at the Rams. The Rams was hurt, but yet they was going down. But Rams done the smart thing. They got and started picking some good people, some 3 or 4 good pieces in the play. Look at them boys.
And you're not even mentioning Krishan Jenkins.
No, I'm not making them in there now. I'm just trying to make it quick. And if you see something, I'm not saying you can go ahead and
Wide
say it.
receiver
It's
from
all right.
Oregon.
But I'm getting to that. I'm getting to the YFC. Now, guys, all I'm telling y'all is this. A lot of teams did this. Detroit Lions, Rams. They added a few pieces. Look at the Atlanta Falcons. They added a few pieces.
I mean, Trayshawn Holden, I'm sorry.
They added a few pieces. Guys, they're not the same team anymore. I know a lot of these ESP, I'm going to call them that. A lot of these media people want to put them down. They ain't the same team anymore. But Dak Prescott done lost a lot of weight, and I'm going to tell you why he did. I'm going to tell you the secret.
Stressed, bro. He's stressed.
No, that ain't it. What he getting ready to do, he getting ready to start. He getting ready to do like he did in his rookie year. The boy gonna start running. He gonna start passing and moving in that pocket. Guys, I'm telling you, Dak Prescott is ready for this, mentally and physically. But you know what y'all keep forgetting? They say our running back. We didn't have no running last year. Everybody can agree with that, but everybody talking about Blue, and they talking about Williams and the other guy from Atlanta, it's from Carolina. But you know what Dallas not doing? They smart. They ain't said nothing about Phil LaFleur. They said nothing. Marfa. They ain't said a word about him. You know why they're not talking about him? Because Ron contested him.
He need to start that chant.
That boy, that's a little tough, like a Henry, and what that guy used to play with the Rams.
Touchdown, bro.
Chad, what that guy used to play with the Rams?
I'm telling you, I say he need to score. When he scores a touchdown, he need to start there.
What's the guy you put the Rams running back? What's that guy? I mean, he was the Rams running back in the day. What was that guy's name?
Josh Gordon.
No, the good one. But anyway,
Gurley?
yeah, Gurley.
I mean, Gurley, yeah.
He got that.
Ty Gurley.
Tiger, he got that. I know.
said Josh Gordon.
Brandon probably don't saw it. Phil's got that thing.
I don't know nothing.
And guys, all I'm telling y'all is this. And then that and we got a couple of receivers that
I don't know why I said Josh.
Mingo, the guy we got from
Martavis Mingo.
we got from Carolina. See, he was with Cooper Rush. The boy, if you look at our game, the boy had 2 or 3 steps ahead of the guy. Cooper didn't get it there. But I love Cooper now, but he couldn't get it there. Now you put Dak Prescott in that spot. And you let that boy get 2 or 3 yards ahead of him. You can search one about Dak. Ain't no one of you sit there and say Dak don't throw that long ball and he ain't got one. You're lying. But one thing that Dak got good vision. He got good touch on that ball, and they trust him.
And right now, what y'all got is CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens,
Ferguson,
Colbert, Trayshawn Holden, Ferguson,
and
Miles Sanders.
don't get
Javonte Williams, Phil Mafah, and Radon Blue.
Mafah!
But that's the thing. Let's do this. Blue, the running back coming out of the backfield. Y'all know what he did in college. Now I know some of these guys do.
That's your boy from Clemson.
My man from the backfield, they say he just as good as any wide receiver. The boy don't only block and run that ball.
Yeah, Blue.
He just as good as any wide receiver out there. So when you try to lock down Pickens, CeeDee Lamb, Ferguson, Mingo, this guy gonna come out of the backfield, and they say can catch any good just as good as any. I'm telling you, you can't guard all those people.
It's gonna be crazy because it's gonna be CeeDee
It-
Lamb,
it's gonna be that way.
Pickens, Colbert, Martavis Mingo, Trayshawn Holden, Ferguson. Then you got Mafah, Sanders, Javonte Williams, and Radon Blue coming out the backfield. That's
Now,
crazy.
here's another thing about the cornerback. Trayvon probably ain't gonna start the season off. So you know who we winning got? We got Junior. What's his name?
You got Shovel
Jr. And y'all, only thing kept him from being number 1 corner because he hurt his knee.
Rebel.
That's the only reason he wasn't number 1. And our linebacker, the only reason he wasn't number 1 linebacker because he hurt his shoulder. Only reason Phil was the number 1 running back because he hurt his shoulder. So all I'm telling y'all is this. You can talk all that smack if you want to about the Cowboys, but you go set up and take notes about mid-season. I'm telling you, these guys just got a lot of good stuff going on. I'm not bragging. Guys, I know football. I'm old enough to know it, and you do too. If you looked at the Cowboys lately, and NFL gave them an A+, and they hate us. Probably the one or two the verses we penalized. We've been penalized more than anybody in the NFL. But you know what? That's why it's all right to get Pickett. Because we already used to get penalized. So tell me the difference in it. We gonna get penalized no matter what. Because of the name Dallas Cowboys, they're gonna give us five penalties on that.
Well, I will say this, Pops. Now, it's one thing to get penalized. It's another thing when somebody calls you a game winner. That's different.
Yeah, if y'all don't do good this year.
Start with all that crash stuff. This is my time. We're not doing that. Not doing that.
I'm just saying.
Guys, I'm not gonna ever put down a brother. I know that guy got his own. He's young and he's passionate. Y'all keep forgetting we had Dez Bryant. I mean, we're talking guys that had that passion. We had Dez Bryant, we had Terrell on. Can I keep going? Don't sit there and like Dallas ain't the team that picked those guys and make them better. Jerry Jones is one of the best in the business of taking people that got problems and bringing them to. Look at Hardy. Look at Randy Gregory. I can go all down the line. So don't be acting like Dallas Cowboys can't handle that.
How do they all turn out? Did they win
They
Super Bowls?
turned out pretty good Pro Bowls.
Did they win Super Bowls?
Dallas ain't won Super Bowl yet, but we got 5.
Did those guys?
Patrick's not gonna ruin this. He's not gonna
Okay.
stop. The bottom line is this: I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let him talk. The guy, I just want y'all. If you didn't know, Cowboys are not the same team, and I agree with Brandon. That's 11 or 12 games. Either way you want to look at it. I know you're mad, but when these boys start running that ball, Dak start doing what he do best. All Dak needed in them playoffs was another because they were locked down CD. When they have no running game, y'all got to agree. They locked down CD2 or shut him down. Then when they have no running game, our line was messed up. When they have no line.
Okay.
So how do you feel about the matchups?
Yeah. So what about the schedule?
The matchups on the schedule.
This first game, they put the Cowboys and the Eagles together for a reason. All these people been talking about Cowboys gonna finish last in the division. They put that up so that shit people's up.
Who said that?
Oh, they've been saying that all on ESPN and everything. You ain't even kidding me with you won't know. You won't know. But the bottom line is, okay, the second game.
You gotta watch, bro. You gotta watch.
The second game, New York. Now I'm gonna say this with my chest out, like Mr. Big Chest now. A lot of you people looking at New York, and you put it through your mouth saying, "Oh, New York gonna be better than Dallas. They gonna be behind." Come on now, stop it. You really think New York gonna come in and dog Dallas Cowboys out? My God. And then let's go to the next one.
They've
Chicago.
been saying that, bro.
Chicago. See, that's a good team, but Cowboys gonna have to show their worth. Cause Cowboys, you know what Cowboys got that nobody else got? They call it Michael Parsons. And now we got 3 of them just like him.
Yeah,
Now,
and I was telling them that they have been saying it on ESPN
Yeah.
that Dallas gonna finish last.
Yeah.
Oh, it's-
They saying Giants gonna take next step. And
Here's ESPN.
they
You
got,
know, it ain't just
it
them.
ain't just them, but they saying Giants gonna take next step because they got Jackson Dart now at quarterback, and they saying that's all they needed to really move up. And they had a pretty good offseason, pretty good draft too, Giants. So.
And I want y'all to remember one thing.
Well, it's possible.
Oh, man. This same team had Barkley.
They won't be last though.
All I'm gonna tell you is this here, guys. The bottom line is this right here. I believe this is the year that all you've been wanting because you've been putting us down so bad. You've been making up stories and Dak is a bum, this and that. He's one of the most gentleman guys in the business. He is a Christian. The guy does everything right, but some of you people just don't like him. Then every time we talk about Cowboys, y'all gonna say the guy gets 60. So they need to stop that. Talking about a man's money.
He's the highest paid.
What difference does it make how much he can pay as long as he do his job on the field?
They play in the public.
But the bottom line is this
They're trying
here.
to say the money
No,
don't
no,
match
no.
up to what he's doing, basically.
Do you realize Dak is the only one they talk about money with? All these other players get, some of these people making money, quarterback, ain't done nothing. But they're making just as much. But it's Dallas Cowboys got
Well,
the
Dak's
song.
making $60 million.
But the bottom line is he's saying the same song. But
Yeah,
the bottom
I'm
line
telling
is,
you what's going on, bro.
but the bottom line is this, guys, I'm gonna leave it where it's at. And I'll tell you right now, this is a different Dallas Cowboys.
What's the next matchup that where you at on your schedule?
That's we let Chicago go to the next one, which is Green Bay. Green Bay, we old Green Bay. Because Green Bay ain't been that same team since Love beat us in that playoff. They ain't really been that team. They've been okay, but they ain't been that. He ain't been that Love. Okay, go to the next, the Jets.
Nah, he was good last year.
That was
I
last
say
year.
he been good, but he ain't been that good.
No, he was good
This
last
is my
year, bro.
this is my set, ain't it?
I know, but he was good. You saying he ain't been like? Yes, he was last year. He was good.
It's my opinion, guys. Just my opinion. That's all it is. Just don't make me right or
I'm
wrong.
talking facts,
It's
though.
just my
I'm
opinion.
not saying
My
that.
opinion. Okay, the next one is the Jets. We're gonna scroll through that because we ain't gonna even talk about Jets. Because I'm telling you right now, Jets is okay, but they got some work now. Washington, why you moving around so fast I can't get Washington. But see, Cowboys been hearing that they badly.
You skipped the team.
The Carolina, because it moves so fast I can see it. But the Carolina Panthers, we've always had their number. Although they got a couple good things now going.
I think Carolina gonna get y'all this one.
All right, whatever. And all I'm telling y'all now is this. I just know this game. I know these games, guys. But you know, I called this game last season.
Remember I said it.
Okay, you did. You said it a lot of time last year, but you didn't get that right. But Washington, I'm gonna skip Carolina. That's gonna be a decent game, but it ain't gonna be the game y'all think. So we coming. No, I'm not sleeping on them. We coming to them with a different monster. Carolina is not gonna be able to handle those receivers. They ain't got cornerbacks for that.
Can your corners handle their receivers?
Yes, they can.
Xavier Legette, Tatario McMillan, Jimmy Horn Jr., the tight end they got, I think Ian Smith, I believe is his name.
Okay, you got name more team.
Carolina's
The
loaded.
bottom line, we not say we can handle it.
Bryce is up and coming too.
The what before you can
Carolina
get.
loaded. I'm trying
See,
to
this
tell
is what these two guys don't know. Before you can get a pass off, you got to make sure they stop the rush. I don't see that happening.
you. Okay.
Cause last time Michael Paulson, he got 3 sacks.
This is a new team now.
And it's a new Dallas Cowboy.
If he plays with his knee pad on the inside like that, he won't be able to run.
Stop picking, man. That's stop picking. Listen, the bottom line is this here. We got the number one leading touchdown returner. I want y'all to remember this now. I'll call it back. The one lead in pick 6. The other lead in most interceptions. Then we got 2 other good guys that's just brilliant. Now we got a safety back there.
Now you can't stop looking at it.
We got a safety that nobody ever talk about. That's Hooker. And you know what? He don't talk much. He just don't have a whole lot of talking about it. But the boy do pretty good. So I'm not going to name it anymore because they just go to the next one. I'm going to try to do this quick, man, because they're going to just, because a lot of it going to keep
It's already up there, Pops. It's the Broncos.
I said, go on with it. Go up a little bit further. You can go up further.
That's at the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's Broncos.
The bottom line is this here. We see the Broncos. And Broncos and the Cowboys, they always been one of those matchups where you just never know which way that's going to go. I don't know.
They gonna beat the brakes off y'all. I'm telling you.
Okay, it won't happen. But the bottom line is this. Guys, I'll go right here on the limb right now and say they will not beat the brakes off the Cowboys.
They gonna beat them like this.
Okay, whatever. I bet it won't happen.
I'm telling you.
Because I know my rushers. I know my pass rushers. And we got 2 guys in the center field that's gonna stop the run now. I ain't gonna even gotta go through all that. But anyway, let's go with the next. And the Cardinals, you know, the Cardinals, we always, when they beat the Cardinals, we always some kind of way let them beat us. That's just where that game
Yeah, that's
goes.
one of them teams that I always seem to get y'all for some reason.
And they don't always, but they have got us in the time they shouldn't have. They don't always beat
It's
us.
like they got y'all.
But the the Vikings, excuse me.
Oh, you gotta go up first. Go back up.
The Vikings, I'm just gonna go with what I see because
No.
he ain't moving around. I'm just going with what I see. I'll go from there and then go to the bottom.
You don't have nothing else to say about the Cardinals?
No, ain't got nothing to say
Okay.
about
All
Cardinals.
right. Okay.
Uh,
Just checking.
They done okay, but I'm not impressed with the Cardinals right now. It's not. The Raiders is a good team. They had a good draft, but I'm just not. I don't have no fear for them.
Remember now, you got Aston Genty and
I know,
Geno
I
Smith.
know.
You gotta deal with
And
it.
Geno Smith, he got tendencies. Cowboys play him all the time and beat him. He's got tendencies. Don't care nobody say Geno Smith got tendencies.
They got the best running back in the draft.
No, I don't think he's the best.
I mean, that's what everybody
Just
says.
like they said the quarterback, Warden was the best. I say Sanders was the best. And before it's over with, you're going to find out Sanders is the best. Mark my word, it's going to happen. But anyway, the Raiders, I think they're okay. They're a good team. But I think this day belongs to the Cowboys.
Pete Carroll coaching that team too.
I know who's coaching that. And the Eagles will come back again. Now, we'll beat them the first game. Now, that second game, the way we do each other,
Y'all gonna split.
it's a good chance we might split that game. But by this time, I'm hoping Diggs will be back this time. And it probably will be. And if that happens, nobody will be throwing on us at all. Nobody will be throwing on. One guy is the pick king, the other is the interception king.
Y'all split.
Okay.
One guy's a pick king and the other interception king?
Yeah. One of them,
Pick six.
Yeah,
Oh, pick six.
Yeah,
I
you
got
know
you.
what I'm talking
I know
about.
what
I didn't.
Everybody else know what I'm talking about. See, I'm trying to get it quick. Okay, now Kansas City,
I knew what he did.
Kansas City,
Okay.
they not the Kansas City that we know of right now. But Holmes is still that guy.
What in the world, man?
No, I know what I'm saying. Holmes can win this game if you're not careful.
Yeah, without the refs' help.
Yeah.
Kansas City is pretty pedestrian,
Yeah,
actually, if
but-
you watch
but-
them play without the refs' help. I'm
But
saying.
I gotta give my boy.
There's a lot of teams should have beat Kansas City.
I gotta give my boy Holmes, and I gotta give my boy the tight end.
Honestly.
I gotta give them their roughs now. These guys.
And they watching the refs. I gotta say this, Pops. And they watching the refs this year because
They are.
Remember, they fired 3 of the refs this
Three of them.
offseason.
Yeah.
They ain't going for that this year, bro.
And see, that's what I'm loving. They ain't gonna be able to throw them flags on Cowboys like they used to. Because a lot of that stuff they could have let alone. But I'm going along with the rule now. So Kansas City, they not the same Kansas City, but we got some people to stop Holmes from doing what he does. And they gotta stop that tight end. But it's gonna take more of them to beat the Dallas Cowboys. And I think this year we can even, because they've been getting us. The Detroit Lions, everybody knows Detroit is one of those teams. But last year, my mind might be losing me, but we beat them last year.
That y'all shouldn't.
Oh, just stop all that madness. It goes down in the book as a win.
We will forever say
y'all
it's,
see what
it's
I mean?
an asterisk. It's
Pat,
an
will you
asterisk.
please let me get through with this?
Yes, sir.
We don't want to go through all that cheating. We beat them last year, guys. That's where it is in the book. Okay, and they beat themselves by trying to play and double team and trying to be sneaky.
The refs
They
gave
beat
y'all that
themselves.
game. The refs gave y'all
Like I
that
said,
game.
But anyway,
And
let's move on to the next.
And
See,
losing Ben
Guys-
Johnson and Aaron Glenn, that's gonna hurt Detroit.
oh yeah, and is that Vikings?
Vikings, yeah.
The Vikings are that team. So when we go to them and do what we got to do to them, that's gonna shut a lot of people up. Because I agree.
It's Kevin's team.
I agree with Kevin. Them boys is bad. See, Kevin, I'm gonna give you props, bro. Them boys is bad. You can't come with them half stepping. But Kevin, this is why the Cowboys gotta beat them. Cause after they beat them, there ain't gonna be no doubt in your mind that we different. So I'm saying that's a win. Chargers, Cowboys always seem to kind of have a click like the Chargers. They'll let them win sometimes, and sometimes Cowboys just do what they're supposed to do. But we're a different team now, and we'll beat the Chargers.
Hey, and don't forget now, that's where Marianne Hampton went
I
to
know,
the Chargers.
I know, but
That's why I personally think was the best running back.
Hampton was my boy, y'all. But you know what? He got to run over my guys on defense. It ain't gonna happen. But now he might get. He still might. He gonna get heels. He ain't gonna run all over us. But he gonna get away. Now if it was Henry, I would say Henry. Now Henry, he'll get healed. But Hampton is a rookie. He gonna have to be welcome to the NFL. And my boys on that little side gonna be the one to say. And Michael Parker will probably want to do it. But let's go to Washington. I'm believing Washington. We always stunk them. They beat us last year. We mad at them. Even Jerry Jones was talking to our rookies. He kept talking about Washington. So they going after Washington because you know who's coaching with them right now. So I'm looking for Washington to lose twice with us. That's just me. Call it crazy, but I'm looking for that. All right.
That's fair.
Other
And
than-
I guess you started Zod TV when he says losing weight doesn't make you faster. When you were saying that lost weight,
Losing weight don't make you faster, but it don't make. But I want to tell him this.
it
Hey,
doesn't make you faster.
hey, boy, Bulletin. It don't make you faster, but it don't make you slow either.
It does actually. When Dak had a lot of weight around his
Yeah, it does.
shoulders,
It does.
It
yeah.
does make him
It does.
faster.
No, but he needs to know it might not make him faster, bro, but it won't make him slower. So hey, you and I both will go out to eat and we'll enjoy that conversation. All right. Other than that, guys, I don't want to go through all that detail. I'm just telling you, I see a different team, guys. And those of you that know football, and a lot of you on here do it. How can you look at the Cowboys and not see that?
Then he says, "What you can't compare Phil to Derrick Henry." I don't know what that's.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Did you see him running in college? Do you know how big this boy is? This boy go forward.
Yeah.
Don't sit there and say, I can't. Yes, I can.
6'3", 230.
You can say all you want to say, but if you look at this guy run, he got that Derrick Henry stuff about him and that Rams running back.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, if you
Until
don't
it-
know it, and look, guys,
Until he does it in the league.
and he ain't gonna till all of them do it in the league.
No, Derrick Henry.
Even Tennessee.
Derrick
No,
Henry.
I'm not talking. I'm talking about the
Derrick
rookies.
Henry has done it.
I'm talking about the rookies. Okay, that's what
So
I'm
we'll
saying.
see. We'll
but
see
the
how
bottom
they
line
do.
is this, guys. I'm looking forward to the new Cowboys. So welcome to the new Cowboys.
Brandon says Dak and Romo both got good
This
contracts.
ain't about Romo.
You was about to read that?
This ain't about Romo. This ain't about Romo. I'm not even
I'm
about
reading the
Romo.
comment, Pops. Dak and Romo both got good.
But you cut
Dak
me
is-
out from what I was doing,
I
though.
thought you was,
We
No,
thought
no.
you were finishing up.
you went over the schedule.
I was talking when you started reading.
Go ahead, Pops.
I'm done.
You going on? You keep. I mean.
No, Keith. I'll let
Trying to
you
bite
do
my
your
tongue,
No,
but
wait a
you're
minute now.
going and going and
Bite
going.
your tongue. Patrick, we sat back and let you do your thing a while ago.
Now
You went
sound
pretty long.
jealous.
I mean, come on,
Y'all both
Pops.
go long, bro. Y'all both be going long.
I'm just explaining everything that's going on with the Cowboys.
Yeah. Y'all both
I
be
think
long.
I think you explain about as much as you can.
I say y'all
I'm
both
done.
go long. Y'all both go
But
long.
guys, I'm done. No.
I know how to get to my point and keep it moving.
But it's a lot had to be said about the Cowboys. A lot, because this is the team everybody's putting down.
Okay.
They're not doing your team that way. Some of them not.
All right.
But I'm done. Go ahead.
Brandon said Dak and Romo both got good contracts for 2 playoff wins apiece. Laugh out loud.
Well, tell your team to go play for Dallas and they'll get some money.
Brandon also said Pops always thinks Dallas is unstoppable until it happens. Then the excuses emerge double time.
Brandon, I'm going to say it to you like I say everybody else.
Brandon, boy.
I'll be
Brandon know your ass.
No. He's not on nothing. He's just talking.
And Brandon
He's talking
said,
out of sight of his mouth.
all the
My
teams.
God, Patrick.
Let me get through the comments real quick because we just got finished with our schedule and you've had ample time.
But they're talking to me though, Patrick.
Let me finish comments. Okay, then we can, if that's all right.
It's only 2
Pop.
more.
2 more comments. All the teams that beat Dallas last year should beat Dallas this year without his bias.
No,
While he's been biased about Dallas. And then he says Dallas bias can come in different forms, but it always sounds the same.
Okay, now you rebuttal to that. He's done now.
Now, Brandon, I want to say something to you. I want you to listen up.
Get him, Pops.
I'm going to say something to you that's going to make a lot of sense even to you. And I'm going to talk to you like we both were 3 years old.
Get him.
You said all the team that beat us played Cooper Rush. We didn't have no line, we had no running game. It ain't like that. It ain't like just that song say, we're different. How the guy in the Super Bowl, what that he said, they're not like us. You played Cooper Rush, bro. You played a line that we didn't even have anymore. You played a team that didn't even have running game.
Those are good points, though. Good points.
So now you're gonna still say all of this we done ain't gonna make no difference. See, that's what's wrong with you, bro. you talking football because you know it, but you won't let your smart come through. You want to just keep saying, "Oh, Dallas ain't that," because you said don't make it so. All these teams that beat us last year,
Jab back, Brandon.
all these teams that beat us
Yeah,
last year,
like their team
guys,
wasn't
what
beat
are
up.
y'all doing?
Like their team wasn't injured.
Okay, no what? He didn't say that. He said all the teams that beat us. That's what his statement was. And my statement back to them, yeah, you played a team that was completely, they didn't beat that. All I'm telling you now is this. You see what's going on Cowboys. You see it.
Brandon said that wasn't undefeated. Stop the cat, Pops.
I'm telling you the deal. The real nitty gritty. Brandon, I know you hate it. You don't want the Cowboys to do good, but you ain't got no say-so in this. You ain't got no power, man.
He won their last game against y'all.
Patrick, don't you let me talk with the guy.
I'm saying.
You know what? I'm done.
You'll say stuff
Patrick
though
won't
that don't make no
but you should
sense.
let me and him talk. This guy know football as much as you do. I think he can take care of himself.
He says Pops acts like they didn't lose with that.
Did I ever say that?
I'm just saying what he said.
No, don't be talking about how I act. Because I'm not telling you how you act. I'm just saying my opinion like you give me yours. And we both can disagree until agree. You don't like him, I do. You not a fan, I am.
Then he said,
You with the Rams, I'm not.
and they said, then when he remembers that Dak lost, then he moves to the injuries. Then he starts talking about injuries.
Buddy, anybody that saw me, I don't do that. That ain't the way I am. My sons will tell you right now, when I lose, I'll be first one to say, hey, we lost it. So all that stuff you're talking about somebody else. Cowboys lose enough games as much as they win. And every time we lose, I'm the first one to come on set and say, well, we lost that game. So don't sit there and say, I don't agree and I don't accept it. Yes, I do. Because we lose enough to accept it. But if you're going to say something about it, be honest about it now. When y'all beat us, I told you congrats. That's the first thing I said to you. But we beat y'all so much till I didn't really have to say a word. But the bottom line is this.
What's y'all's record against them?
Cowboys don't win more games.
I'm just curious.
You just found it out. But the bottom line is this right here, guys. I'm having fun. I hope you guys don't take me too serious. I'm having fun. And you guys, I love you guys to death, but some of you do say some crazy things. And I'm sure I do too, so we saw her in the same boat. So, okay, guys, I'm going to leave it alone.
He says brags about beating the Rams when we was injured, but it's an excuse for
When y'all
them.
injured, I even said
But
it.
it's an excuse for y'all.
No, it's no excuse. I even told you, Brandon. I said, them boys was hurt, they got their bad. I told you that. But I said, but the moment y'all got y'all head back,
You gotta read Kevin's.
Yeah, this is interesting real quick. So you both got points
No.
for your team.
If you injured, you just
Y'all,
injured.
y'all played 38 games since 1960. Dallas leads the series with 20-18. But
you
the
think
Rams,
you telling?
but
Who
the
you think
Rams,
you
hold
telling?
on for a second. But the Rams lead in the postseason
Here you go.
5-4.
Like that one make a difference. All I'm saying is this right here, guys. And the Vikings, I know Calvin's going to say something. Calvin,
I think it makes a
remember,
difference.
we got to play. We got to play each other. Now, if you think you guys going to come down there and you're going to step all over, we ain't that team anymore.
Kevin
That's a
got
pretty. That's a pretty close series, though, Pop. Sorry, I'm reading Kevin's comment. That's a pretty close series, 20-18 since
Kevin got this
1960.
To you.
I don't care.
Twinkle Toes over here.
Who winning the series?
Twinkle Toes over here. Tap dancing around the elephant in the room like the late great Gregory Hines. Pops, what about Dallas being leapfrogged in the NFC East by that bad man Jaden Daniels? Ooh.
I can say this much. It doesn't matter. You know why? I was talking about the matter. For the last,
That's a kid's
for the
argument,
last
man.
5 years, we've been skunking them.
So that's like saying so.
Don't you let me talk, bro.
Sorry, bro.
God, you trying to help this guy. He don't need your help. You know I'm finna get it, don't you? You know I'm finna get it.
Go ahead, Pop.
Now, you talking about that one win. Now, talk about all the losses they have. You can't do that, can you? One win. Man, if you and I was out there, if you and I was, we went to get an ice cream cone. Now, listen to me. Just follow with me. And you got that person got the ice cream cone, and I got that second. It ain't gonna matter. What matters is how many times I got there before you did.
That reminds me of Janet Jackson.
So
song.
all I'm saying to you is, what have you done for me lately?
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying about them. Them guys beat us one time last year, and all of you bragging.
That's the latest thing.
Wait a minute. All of you bragging and jumping up and down because they beat us one time. My God, what is happening with you people?
What have you done for me lately?
After all the time we done skunked them, and they beat us one time, y'all saying, oh, they better. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Patrick. So all I'm saying to you, yeah, they beat us one time last year, but that's with a completed team without Dak Prescott.
It was in tune.
My God. Let's see what's going to happen with Dak Prescott behind the helm. So when he's healthy, the numbers say he's a 11-12 winning guy when he's healthy. And I he look like he's pretty healthy to me.
Well, y'all crazy.
So anybody that's got something to say, come on.
The
say it.
same thing you said. You proving this point.
Come on, sit no. Ain't nobody.
It's the last thing that happened.
I just said straight up. They beat us one time. Wow, hoopy doo.
went to the NFC Championship game.
No. They didn't win it.
As a
He
rookie.
says, Pops, y'all are America's team, sure enough.
And don't you forget it.
And the richest NFL franchise, but guess who's right behind y'all in the NFL?
I can tell you who's right behind me. So who looks at the guy behind
Second
me?
richest team.
Can I say this?
Stan
Can I say this?
Kroenke is richer than Jerry Jones overall. My point is,
Can I
y'all
say
got
something?
hold on. Y'all got 5 Super Bowls, but nobody said y'all have to stop winning after 5.
That ain't even funny, guys.
No, that is funny.
You know what's funny? We did win 5 Super Bowls.
He said nobody told y'all gotta
No,
stop.
ain't nobody
after
telling us
5.
anything.
After 5.
Cowboys gonna take what they got to have. And look, don't get mad at me because we got Super Bowls and you guys ain't. All of you always talk, well, y'all, that was a long time ago. No, it goes on the record book as 5.
I see no
Super
proof
Bowls.
in that
So
at all.
bottom, you know you wouldn't.
That's
So-
just like
And all for you seeing things, Pat, you got to start studying.
that's just like 2 people live on the same street, and the one up the street says, "I'm gonna come down there and whoop your tail," and he's tried it 7 times and got his butt whooped every time.
And
And,
I'm
the
gonna
8th
say
time
it
he
again.
goes, "I'm gonna come down there and whoop your tail." Is the other guy gonna be scared? No.
If he done got whooped 7 times, yeah, he's going to be scared. Now, that didn't make sense to just say.
The guy-
If somebody whooped my butt 7 times, I'm coming to get you. I'm going to be scared. Because butt whooping is butt whooping.
Did he? Understand what I?
Yeah, you just said, just because it, guys,
I don't think he did.
I'm not going to get into this little thing with Patrick. Patrick's in another world. But all I'm telling y'all is this here. Cowboys ain't the same Cowboys they used to be. And if you're looking at Pickens and you ain't seeing what's with the hitching, look at Pickens when he played against all these teams. And tell me what you see. That's just Pickens. That ain't including CeeDee Lamb.
I see him grabbing face masks and slinging people all over the place,
Yeah.
kicking people while they're down, jumping on them. He actually threw a WWE elbow on somebody.
So the question is Dallas ready to take the next step to get over the hump? That's the question.
Yeah.
It remains to
They,
be seen.
they paid the cost to be the boss. They done everything they need to do, just like y'all. And they went out and filled the holes like they need to. And everybody we put in the holes where the guys left, they better than the guys that left.
And just like the Falcons too, are we ready to take the next step?
Yeah, y'all ready.
We both got 5 primetime games this year.
Y'all ready?
So that's the most in the NFL. So that's pretty cool. But the bad thing about it is we got a bye week at week 5, just like the Steelers do. Our early bye week sucks. I really have my bye week around week 10, 11. You know what I mean?
But I can tell you
Pep,
something.
how do you feel about your bye week being in week 5 too? I think we're ready to take next step personally with Michael Penix in our pass rush.
If you're not, you're gonna find out.
I really don't care when our bye week is, honestly, because we have shown the last several seasons that 2/3 of the season we play like a top 5 NFL team,
That's what
and then we
Pickens-
always implode at the end.
That was with Pickens.
And so that was before Pickens. We've done this for 9 years, Pops. Pickens only been in the league for 2. So you can't say that's with Pickens or without Pickens. That's been our MO. Now I'm gonna use your line. I know my team better than you know my team.
You do.
So with that being said,
I'm not gonna argue with
it really don't. I really don't have a preference of when the bye is. You know what I'm saying? I just want us to not fall into that same trend of starting to fall apart and implode down the stretch. I want us to stay healthy.
you. I'm gonna call up Eric Rodgers
And
and
don't-
get to practice.
And don't get me wrong, like we did have everybody's had injuries.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, whether Aaron comes or not, we got 2 very good, capable quarterbacks in the building.
But moving on, y'all. Update on
Yep.
Shador and Shiloh Sanders. How do you guys feel like both of them are progressing, and how do y'all feel about it?
And they look good. I hadn't kept up with Shiloh, but Shador looks good in practice.
We know.
But Shiloh, I think he should have went to the Dallas Cowboys. I really do. And I'll tell you why. Because it's a big stage, and people would know him. We got people sitting at the bench don't even get to play.
First,
And-
you know who Shiloh's with, right?
Why didn't they get it, Shiloh?
He wasn't
Go.
drafted.
What I'm saying is, why didn't they let him walk on?
Because we got all that. We already got those people in place.
But you said he should have went. With,
Shiloh.
I said he should have. Yeah, I think we could
Well,
have got
Shiloh
him.
and his agent chose to go to Tampa Bay,
oh, okay.
so that's where he's at. Tampa.
Dallas got a full
Second.
yard now, bro.
Well, then in that case, Shiloh didn't want to go to Dallas.
No, and
Whichever way you want to look at it.
Tyler's wanted to go where he could get the best he could get, but Cowboys is full.
Tampa needed a safety, so it makes
Okay.
sense why he went there. It makes sense.
Yeah, because he wasn't gonna come and beat our safety out.
I was just going off your comment. You said
But
that he should have went to Dallas.
I believe that he will still end up with the Dallas Cowboys. That's what I believe. I don't know why. It's something about it. I believe he's gonna end up with the
Well,
Cowboys.
the media says both of them are killing it right now. Shiloh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're doing good.
that boy's good.
and
They're doing good.
they say they treating everybody like royalty. They giving back to the community.
They've always done
shaking
that.
They've all,
the
this
hand.
is nothing new.
Yeah, they always
no.
done that.
I'm just telling you what they're
Yeah.
saying because according to them, they had to be humbled. So, you know,
Yeah, they're doing great. There's an upside. The upside is I don't see a limit to the upside right now for
Okay.
either one of them.
I'm gonna say this. Everybody's scared to say it, but I'm gonna say this. That was a big lawsuit waiting to happen. They just didn't take it.
oh, speaking of that, did y'all hear about the lawsuit of the NFL fan?
Yeah.
Said because he was stressed out at how they did Shador
Mhm.
Sanders. He's suing the NFL for $30 million. Right now, this is real.
You talk about the
An NFL fan is suing the
Yeah.
NFL for $30 million.
was it the Falcons guy son?
Yeah,
No.
Yeah, the Falcons.
No, Pops.
The
Don't
Colts?
agree with him. No. It was just a regular fan
Oh.
that's watching the NFL draft.
No, he asked him who done
Said,
that. Who done that deal?
Hold on, Pops. Let me say it so you don't understand what I'm talking about. Because obviously you agreeing to something you don't even
No, you
understand.
didn't have a question.
Maybe I was trying to understand the question. That's all.
Y'all let me get it out. You understand?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
But what I'm saying is, a regular, everyday fan, y'all, is suing the NFL for $30 million, taking them to court. And people say a lot more fans need to start doing this. That way the NFL stop playing around. And you'd be surprised if they can match trying to win it. I say, good luck on winning it, but if this happens, this will be historic.
What was
'Cause
done?
he- 'cause he
Expound
said
on it,
cause
like,
of, cause of stress. And then Sperry said he couldn't sleep the night because he was thinking about where Shador might go and how they was doing him. He didn't like it, and the NFL was in collusion allegedly.
Man,
You know
get that whack stuff out of here, man. I'm gonna speak on that. That's whack.
No, my man came forward and said.
No, that's
that.
whack. You a fan and you watch a sport?
Did you say
How many
whack?
fans?
Wait,
no.
did you say
Hold
whack?
on, let me finish. Let me
Did you
finish.
say whack?
Yes. How many fans? How many of us get stressed out watching our teams
No, I'm not talking about that.
in different
You said
ways?
it wasn't true about what happened. It is. They said
No, I'm
they
talking
said all-
Pops. I'm talking about this fan in this lawsuit. That's whack.
Well, I mean,
That is the stupidest.
It's the first case of its kind.
That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
It's a real case, and it's going.
I
to
don't
court.
care. That case will get thrown out.
Patrick,
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. And for somebody to even entertain it
Patrick,
as
I'm just saying
a legitimate gripe,
I'm telling you what
I'm
to
sitting at home on my couch watching
because you
TV.
yelling don't make it go
I'm
away.
stressed out.
I know it messed with us as fans.
I'm stressed out because something about this professional sport that's on public, that's in the public light, stressed me out so much to where I'm gonna go and sue that league because I let it stress me out.
But they never,
Man, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Next
What
topic.
if he mess around and win this?
Next
Then
topic.
what?
That's next
No, no,
topic.
I'm asking you.
No, that's stupid.
What if he mess around
He's
and
not.
win this?
That's
Then
not even a
what?
what if. That's
Don't
stupid.
shoot it down.
At some point, you have to call something for what it is, and that's stupid.
Pat, that's your opinion though.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that is your opinion.
That's stupid.
You can't tell
At
everybody.
some point, you got to call something what it is, and that is the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
But at some point, you got to
It sounds
That's,
take it for
that's
granted.
crazy.
Everybody
This ain't got nothing to do with. I'm not talking about anything to do with the Shadur situation in terms of how we feel he was treated. I'm talking about this particular situation. We're talking about with this fan suing the NFL. That's the most ludicrous thing I've ever heard.
Patrick, everybody
And
got
I'm
opinions,
not going to entertain that at all.
Everybody has an opinion, dude.
That's stupid.
But anyway, I was just telling y'all the news on that for those who don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
crazy.
think
That's
a lot of
crazy.
people knew about
That's
it,
crazy.
so I was just letting
Now,
y'all know.
we're not
And
saying-
and put down in the comment section how y'all feel about it.
They probably feel the same way.
But
That's
this
the
is
stupidest thing I've
no,
ever
you don't
heard.
know what they feel. But the first thing I've said is this is the first time this ever happened, and we don't know how it's gonna happen. But it would seem like it ain't gonna have legs. That's what it seems like. But we don't know. Pause, but I don't mean nothing about that. But
Brandon said, not mad. Y'all been stuck at 5 for 30 years. Rams had none. Eagles had none. Both have 2, and y'all still stuck at 5 after 30 years. What is wrong with Dallas all this time? LOL.
they waiting for their turn, bro.
Huh.
That's it. They waiting for their turn.
Kevin says,
Waiting for their turn.
do you believe in magic?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
I'm not going to play it. Just in case you wonder.
Because now we talking about a different Dallas Cowboys. This ain't the same Dallas Cowboys y'all talking about last season. So you talking all that smack?
We've
Kevin,
heard this before.
Your guys got no. You ain't heard this before.
Yes, we have, Pops.
Not from this angle. You hadn't.
We've heard this before.
Well,
Pops.
if you think they're the same team, go ahead on. You better start doing your homework.
You go to an NFC championship, you go win the Super Bowl,
Yeah. We got every chance
Hats
to like
off.
anybody else.
applaud you.
Yeah.
But
Thank
until
you.
then,
Thank
we've heard this
you ain't heard this.
time and time again, year in and
You
year
ain't
out.
heard this. This ain't the same team, dude.
We've heard that before.
Yeah. Right.
And you guys may get over that hump.
But you do that because you ain't been studying them. You talk all this smack, you ain't even been studying. You just out there freelancing. You know.
You guys may get over the hump this year, Pops. Right, Trap?
Their team is loaded, bro. They all
Yeah.
He ain't studying. Patrick don't know. He just talking, freelancing.
like defensively, offensively, everywhere.
I know one thing.
They
If
don't
y'all
have-
get over the
they don't
hump,
have one
if
need on
if
that
y'all
team.
get over the hump, I'm not gonna hate on
They
you.
got depth.
Yeah, you will.
I'm gonna say
Yeah,
congratulations.
yeah.
Y'all finally got over the
Nah.
hump. That's
Are you
good.
listening? They got depth. They got offensive line now. They got
good.
receivers. They got running. 4 running backs, capable running backs. Pass rush got even better with adding the pass rush in the offseason. The cornerback core got even better.
good.
They got depth everywhere.
If one man
The
go
thing-
out, it ain't gonna be no
The
weakness.
thing now, we got to see what Bill Schottenheimer do as the head coach.
Well, I know what he's
Can
gonna
he
do.
take them to the next step? That's the thing.
I tell you why I believe in him. Because his dad's been there since day one. That boy been in football. Everybody talking about that coach like he knew. He ain't new. He knows his team. He been sitting back watching 2 or 3 coaches for the Dallas
So he's
Cowboys.
gonna do good because of his dad.
Yeah, his dad was
No,
smart. He come up
he's
with a
got-
smart-
he's the one that's
Oh,
got
you
to
gonna
get
say
that
no
coach.
like that, huh?
No, he's the one that's got to get out there and
Well, just
coach.
because Marty Schottenheimer's good don't mean he's.
He's gonna be good.
Let's put it this
That's-
way.
that's
If-
another-
If you look back,
That's what we're trying to
That's
see.
another
no.
assumption.
If you look back, I don't agree with nothing y'all just said. If you look back over the years, if you see kids that got coaches for their parents, those kids normally grow up to be outstanding. That's the history that I've been reading. If you got kids that been taught by, that got coaches, or parents as coaches, most of those kids turn out to be outstanding. They just do. And this guy here ain't no fluke. The team love him. They'll go through walls for him, and they round around this guy.
That is a good point. What are some examples of that?
Of what?
Coaches whose sons went on to be outstanding.
I
coaches.
read about it. That's why I know. I don't know if I did the study. Trust
I'm
me.
being facetious.
I know you are.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
You know
That's my
what you-
point.
y'all can laugh about
Just because
that.
somebody's dad is good at something
But
doesn't,
that's real, man. That's
doesn't
real.
necessarily
I know that
mean.
Nicolas Cage is playing Madden in the upcoming biography.
Yeah, I was gonna comment on that.
And
Like-
he actually looks like Madden though. You see the picture, like, and
Because of the long face, yeah.
And,
When I first saw it, I'm like, what?
what's comments playing Al Davis? What's his name?
But the more that I'm thinking about
When
it,
they play The Dark Knight, what's his name?
Christian Bale,
Christian Bale's playing Al Davis, and the pictures side by side, they actually look like it. Now
Al Davis, who would he coach?
that was the owner of the Raiders,
Of the rate, okay, Al Davis, okay.
and now can
I have to go
Nicolas
back. I
Cage-
can't get his face in my head. I have to go back and look at his pictures.
Dark Knight.
Al Davis,
Oh,
not
Al
Christian
Davis.
Bale. I'm talking about Al
No,
Davis.
just win, baby. You know Al Davis.
Hey, well, you don't
Oh,
know Al Davis.
I
man.
got you. No, I don't talk about Al
Hey,
Davis like that,
but you
man.
supposed to know that now then.
When he said just win, baby, yeah, I got
I'm
you.
gonna need you to do better.
I
man.
just I needed something to get his
But
face in my
everybody
head.
know that. They know that's Al Davis. Everybody know it.
He's only one of the most iconic
Yeah,
owners ever.
I know now. I know.
But
Let me find that
I
comment.
said the
real
only
quick.
thing I want to see is can Nicolas Cage, what he's gonna do with his voice as far as Madden. Because the look, he got the look.
Nicolas Cage can pull things off. Let's just see how this goes. I didn't even know that. That's the first time you heard it.
Hold on, let me pull it up.
Okay, let's go to the next subject. Hey, I saw that Superman, that new trailer of Superman. Yeah, you can laugh what you want to. I saw that new trailer, guys. I'm about to change my mind on that.
The trailer's fire, but you ain't seen it yet, have you?
Is that the one he's fighting?
No.
The dude in the metal dome with the shoots the laser out his eye.
No. You gotta see. Have you seen the new 3-minute trailer, like a full trailer? Not no teaser that we've seen.
When he's talking.
Or
and
when he's getting
everything.
healed?
No,
No,
it's a
it's
full
a new
trailer
one.
this time. The new
It's
one
a
just
new
came
one.
out the other day.
Okay, I hadn't seen it
You
yet.
need to
No.
watch, bro. It looks
Okay,
fire.
good.
It's that suit that make this guy look goofy, y'all. It's the suit. Because they showed him out of that suit.
It's gonna be an adjustment. They them seeing such a more serious themed Superman the last several years. You know, this is more of the lighthearted comics about him that came out,
But,
and so it'll be an adjustment for a lot of the fans. But I mean, hope it does well.
But bottom line, guys, I'm having fun, but I'm really impressed with what I've been seeing with the Cowboys. I've been a Cowboy fan all my life, and I got 3 other people before me, granddaddies and daddies and all, that was Cowboy
He
fans.
looks just like Brad.
And guys,
He looks like Al Davis.
I'm really
I
convinced
remember
that
his face now,
they're
yeah.
together now.
That's pretty good, bro.
Dang,
Sounds like one
that's
who look
actually-
like him. Al Davis and
Oh,
John
snap.
Madden.
I wonder if they're gonna.
Nobody could see Nicolas Cage's dad.
But yeah, honestly, here's my thing, and I'm not trying to be funny when I say this, but John Madden was a bigger guy, and I'm wondering if they're gonna make him wear a suit like a
he
fat
He
suit.
can't wait. Can't see. He can't wait for that. See his face.
But once upon a
I
time,
see his
and back then he
midsection
was
now.
I bet they were
back
smaller
then.
He was
back
smaller
then,
back then, yeah.
He looked like John Madden.
That's
though.
when he
because
played Batman. Dark Knight.
because Madden,
Huh?
which
That's when he played Dark Knight.
Oh.
Dressed up.
because Madden, because we got to remember that Madden was an NFL.
That ain't Christian.
That is Christian Bale, bro.
Madden was an NFL.
I see it now.
Yeah, Madden was an NFL player. so
Okay.
They
Guys,
transformed them.
guys, let's move on. Let's
Yep.
move on. Let's move on,
Yeah.
guys.
you gotta remember Madden was an NFL
I don't know
player,
how
so he
y'all
was
feel
smaller
about that, but
back
I
then.
feel like it could have something here. This could be cool. I know a lot of people going automatically write Nicolas Cage. Oh, he can't do that. I don't know. He's an actor now. We'll see.
And just in case y'all didn't know, Jerry Jones made an announcement. They say he still ain't done. Now, I'm telling you, he said he still ain't done. He said got one more piece to get. Travis said he.
I don't think y'all need anything else. Though. I think I loaded.
Is he put on who he's getting?
You don't need nothing else. You got depth
I
and
know,
everything.
but
Who else you gonna get?
It depends.
Like for what? What do you think?
So-
y'all need?
I want me to tell you what I think.
I'm gonna ask you personally. What do you think y'all need?
I think he think they go after Tyrese Hill or Clowney. That's what I think he
There ain't
think.
gonna be enough balls
But-
to go around, bro.
But Pickens,
We're rotate team, dog.
but you didn't need nothing else now that you got Pickens, right?
No, I'm saying what Jerry said. Don't go into all that. He said he wasn't done, guys. That's all I'm saying. I ain't said nothing else. I know we don't need nobody, but if he have to go and he let's say get a Clowney or a Hill,
All them ain't gonna be on the field at the same time. It just ain't happening.
Yeah, you know what?
And if so, you're gonna have turmoil in that locker room.
No, you won't.
Yes,
It's
you
called
will.
letting people go.
So who's gonna get let go?
I ain't saying all that. But if they get another man, they have the right to let somebody go. You know that.
Who's
right?
going? So who do you
Like
let
all
go?
that pitching go.
Okay.
Okay.
But Pickens was supposed to be the answer though.
Look,
So you went to the trouble of giving up a draft pick for this guy, and you let him
if you
go.
want to add on to something, I don't see a problem. I don't see a
Okay.
problem. So Pickens got his position. CD got his position. But we got two other wide receivers that we've been waiting to come along. They ain't came along yet. Tobin, he been decent, but he just ain't came along, and he been there 2 years now.
I got you.
Then you got Mango. We don't know what Mango is because he ain't been with Dak Prescott yet. So you do have room to get another receiver if you want to.
Trayshawn-
But
you
then we
still
got
got
Golden.
Trayshawn Harden,
I'm just saying, huh?
Trayshawn
Go.
Holden.
Yeah, Holden. Holden, we know he's gonna be something.
At some point, do you not think the receivers in that room are gonna say, "Well, dang, we ain't enough"?
Yeah, they don't think.
You know what I'm saying?
Long
Like,
as the boy getting paid, and a team don't think like that.
I think with
a
CD
team thinks like all together. That's what they
Let me
think.
say this. I think with CD Lamb, Pickens, Colbert, Martavis Mingo, Trayshawn Holden,
Don't get about
and you
Turpin.
got Ferguson.
Don't get about Turpin.
Yeah, but
That's the new Brandon Cook.
Turpin's a more special teams type player.
Man, when he would go out for
I
pass,
get it.
they got him mixed up
Man, I
with
just
Cook.
named 6 receivers.
Turpin is one too. They said they go back.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Right, you're making my point. So that's 7 now.
I know, but look, I didn't say.
Including the running backs.
I'm
back
just
there,
saying
which
what
is
Jerry
4 of them.
Jones said, bro.
So you don't need nothing
Look,
else.
I agree
That's
with
what
you.
I'm saying.
But Jerry Jones made an announcement. Now y'all know I don't lie about this now.
I get it, but I think the big move Jerry was talking about, he already made with Pickens. I
No,
think he's
he
done.
said he already got these guys.
I get it.
He said, you know what?
I think he's done, though.
Guys, remember I said that? And if something happens, he gonna say Pop said it.
Now if you trade for like
He don't never believe. I told him that we was gonna get picked. You know what
now
my
if you
son told
trade
me?
for like
That'll never happen.
Jalen Ramsey or somebody like that, then that's possible.
And Chubbs, that might be the thing. Because Chubbs has been seen with the Cowboys
It
lately.
don't make sense to get Nick Chubb.
I
now.
know.
That's a free agent.
You know they let what's gonna go? They had that go.
Who?
Williams or the other
Williams
one?
or Miles Sanders?
Miles Sanders. I think they let Miles go.
Okay, so if they let Miles go, okay. But even if you get Nick Chubb, so
Now,
you
guys,
you have Chubb.
I seen
you
it.
have
I'm thinking that's what was
Radon
happening.
Blue, and you got Devontae Williams. That's still 4 backs, and
Well,
you still got Vaughn gonna get cut. So
No, they gonna probably let him do a kickoff. Help with the kickoff.
yeah, he finna get cut, bro. Right on the wall.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think they're gonna let it go. If they do now, I'm not saying he won't.
He got only reason he got drafted because
No.
his dad was on y'all
Don't
staff,
say that.
and they wanted to give him a chance, but he finna get cut.
I
Bro.
don't agree with that.
It's going down.
Those things have a
Yeah,
chance.
y'all got 4 backs ahead of him. He's gonna get cut. You
They
can't
gonna
keep no 6 backs.
They gonna just let us special team. But kickoff and
You got
punt.
Turpin for that.
But kickoff and punt.
You got Turpin for that.
If they let him run more wide receiver.
so, anyway.
But I agree. I'm just saying what Jerry
He's
said.
gone, Pops. Just get his go.
But look, I'm not saying anything that wasn't. I'm not saying that. But I'm just letting everybody know that Jerry
that
said
was a
he.
nice video he made. You want to come to work with your dad? He started crying all that. That was a nice video he made. I give him that. But
That don't even make sense.
Yeah.
I'm saying that's what he did last year. So
Well,
I think that covers
I
everything.
think that covers everything. I think we had another topic to talk about that
No,
we'll try to push
that's
to
it.
next.
That's
What,
it.
what I'm saying to push to next week.
We'll push that.
We'll wait.
And another topic that I brought up too.
We done, bro.
The topic for that we're gonna push to the next podcast episode is what is everybody's opinion on their current top 5 quarterbacks in the league, and then
Yeah,
What's the
we
point
got-
of bringing that up? We just leave it until next week.
Yeah.
That's what we said, Dad, bro.
Unless you want them to think about it.
Now that you brought
I'm
it up,
just
well,
saying
let's
that,
talk about it.
no. I'm just saying let them think about it because it'll give them a chance to get their top 5 list together.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
I would have rather
If
not
you were
say
starting-
nothing about it.
We all leave. If you start a franchise team and you have a chance to pick any quarterback in the league, what quarterback you would pick?
That's another one to think. That's another one to think about.
No, that's what that is. That's what that is. We put that in.
Your top 5 quarterbacks in the league.
Top 5
right?
quarterback.
Right
If you
now.
had a chance to pick one, because we said that somebody said they thought Burrow was
Those
bad.
are two different.
But
those
y'all-
are-
think-
I don't want to put it there.
But anyway,
Yeah.
y'all think on that, and y'all
Yeah.
come back next week with your answers. Don't put them in the comments right now. But everybody hit this video, like, share, subscribe,
Yep.
and follow the channel if you haven't already. But please go hit the like and leave a comment in the comment section of this video because it helps that YouTube algorithm grow. So we need y'all comments in the YouTube comment section also, please, if you don't mind, because that helps the channel grow. But other than
All right.
that, y'all have anything else y'all want to say?
No, I think it was a good podcast. I don't have anything else to add. thank y'all for tuning in, man. Without y'all, we don't have podcasts. I know it
those-
sounds like a broken
and
record.
Those of you out there wondering, is Pop crazy? Yeah, I love my Cowboys. But I'm going to be all right.
So anything else y'all want to say before we end this?
No.
Well, I want to say thank y'all for coming out. God bless you. Good night.
Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.